All right. You can be seated.
Number two, they have that on already. If you want to
Do it from here?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Or the
All right. Okay. Okay, this is the 5 p.m. initial appearance, Doc. We're going to call you in here individually, tell you why you're here. When you come into this room, there's a lectern in the center of the room. Stand behind that. Give me your full name and date of birth. I'll be giving you important information concerning your case that you need to take with you. You don't have to try to memorize what I tell you, because before you leave the area, you'll receive a printed copy of the document that contains all the important information to take with you. If you are someone who's here on a probation violation matter that'll be heard in Maricopa County Superior Court, the Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you at this time, so you'll have counsel at your next court appearance. If you're someone who is released, you need to make sure that you review the conditions that may be contained in the release order carefully and comply with them. For example, if the conditions include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime or having contact with alleged victims or witnesses, and you violate those conditions and you're taken into custody for that reason, you will not be released from custody easily again if you violate those conditions. We have interpreter matters. Tell me, this number 2, this is a house call, right?
Yes.
And we're going to take that, the way we did. All right, we have 2 Spanish speakers. Javier Muñoz Rubio.
El señor Javier.
Yes, what?
Do they have the iPad there already? They can...
I don't know.
No, they do.
Oh, you mean it would be right here, right now?
Yeah. So
Okay.
You can hear them.
Okay, okay. Mr. Muñoz, I would like him to give me his full name and date of birth.
Buenas tardes, señor Muñoz. ¿Nos puede dar su nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento, por favor?
Javier Antonio Rubio Muñoz.
Fecha de nacimiento.
13 de junio de 1990.
And the county attorney's
Javier Antonio Rubio Muñoz, June 13, 1990.
All right, Mr. Muñoz, you are here because you've been charged with the following offenses. And I'll go
señor Muñoz, usted está presente el día de hoy aquí porque tiene las siguientes acusaciones en su contra.
And I'll list them 2 at a time, and then I'll pause. First-degree murder, a Class 1 felony, and conspiracy to commit burglary, a Class 2 felony.
Entonces, la primera acusación que tiene es homicidio en primer grado, que es un delito clase 1, y tiene una acusación de conspirar para cometer robo con violencia en primer grado, que es un delito clase 2.
A form of kidnapping, a Class 2 felony, and 5 counts of conspiracy to commit kidnapping.
Tiene una acusación de rapto, que es un delito clase 2, y 5 acusaciones de conspiración para cometer rapto, que es un delito clase 2.
1 count of aggravated assault causing serious injury, a Class 3 felony, and 5 counts of conspiracy to commit aggravated assault, Class 3 felonies.
Tiene una acusación de agresión con agravantes causando una lesión seria o grave, que es un delito clase 3, y 5 acusaciones de conspiración para cometer agresión con agravantes, que es un delito clase 3.
I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you as your attorney
He asignado a un abogado de la Defensoría Pública para que lo representen en este caso.
I am following the county attorney's request to set bond in the amount of $2 million cash only.
Estoy siguiendo la recomendación de la Fiscalía del Condado, poniendo una fianza de $2 millones en efectivo en su caso.
Your next court date will be February 13th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Do you have any questions?
Tu próxima audiencia va a ser el día 13 de febrero a las 8:30 de la mañana en las instalaciones del centro del Tribunal Superior del Condado de Maricopa. ¿Tendrá alguna pregunta?
No, todo está bien.
No, everything's fine.
Your Honor,
Thank you.
this is my, excuse me, Your Honor, this is Maya Ardeza with the Maricopa County Attorney's Office representing the state. There was one other matter. The state at this time is moving to ask the court to seal the Form 4 as well as the state's IA recommendation. The reason being, Your Honor,
On this case?
that,
On
on
Mr.
this case.
Munoz, number 2? Yes, okay.
Yes.
All right.
And the reason being is that there's an ongoing investigation and the state has concerns that releasing this information at this point in time may compromise the ongoing investigation. So we are
All right.
requesting that the court seal not only the Form 4, but also the IA recommendation that the state provided.
Y su señoría, por parte de la Fiscalía del Condado de Maricopa, quisiéramos solicitarle que se sellara el formato 4, así como la recomendación de comparecencia inicial que hizo la Fiscalía del Condado de Maricopa. Esto debido a que existe una investigación que está llevando a cabo en este momento y el Estado tiene la preocupación de que si se liberara esta información en este momento podría comprometer o complicar la investigación que está llevando a cabo en este momento.
All right, and to seal the Form 4, I believe there's a second part of what you requested being sealed. I'm looking for it. Hello?
Y creo que en este momento sí puedo sellar la información del formato 4 y en cuanto a la segunda petición estoy viendo si lo puedo realizar.
Yes, Judge, it's called the Maricopa County Attorney's Office Initial Appearance Recommendation Form.
Oh,
Señoría,
okay.
es el formato que se
All right,
llama
I got you.
formato de comparecencia inicial, recomendación de formato de comparecencia inicial de la Fiscalía del Condado de Maricopa.
Well, I will grant your request. I don't see anything I'm looking on the screen to see if there's anything that I can click on that will grant your request. But I am granting your request to seal that document that you just mentioned. All right?
Ok,
Thank you, Your
entonces estoy
Honor.
otorgando su petición en este momento. Estoy tratando de ver si existe en la pantalla un botón para que pueda presionarlo y se pueda otorgar esto, pero no veo nada, pero aún así le estoy otorgando su petición. Gracias, señoría.
All right? All right.
Thank you.
Ok,
Take it I'll take it by your silence that we are finished with this matter.
okay, entonces concluimos con este asunto.
Next will be Francisco Morales.
La siguiente persona es Francisco Morales.
Now, explain to me that what we have done, I haven't ever done any house call for you before.
Do you have teeth for me?
Do I have what?
Teeth?
I don't know.
So the defendant can hear you. He's on the iPad right now.
Okay.
So they have the iPad that.
So I just call it like he was here?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, thank you. Full name, date of birth, please.
¿Nos puede dar su nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento, por favor?
Francisco Miguel Faustino Morales, el 20 del 07 del 91.
Francisco Miguel Faustino Morales, July 20th, 1991.
All right, Mr. Morales, you are here because you were arrested earlier today and charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony.
Ok, señor Francisco, usted está aquí el día de hoy porque el día de hoy lo detuvieron y tiene en su contra las siguientes acusaciones. Tiene una acusación de tenencia de estupefacientes, que es un delito clase 4, una acusación de tenencia de narcóticos, que es un delito clase 4.
Possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and possession of a canceled or false driver's license, a misdemeanor.
Y tiene una acusación más de tenencia de vehículos para consumo de drogas, que es un delito clase 6, y una acusación más de tenencia de una licencia de conducir que está cancelada o era falsa, lo cual es una falta clase 2.
The pretrial services has determined that you are financially capable of hiring your own attorney, so one will not be appointed at this time. If that's not correct, you can request appointment of counsel at any subsequent court proceeding.
Los servicios de control de procesados han determinado que usted tiene la capacidad financiera de contratar a su propio abogado. Si esto no es correcto, usted puede solicitar que se le asigne un abogado de oficio en cualquiera de sus próximas audiencias.
I'm going to follow the recommendation of pretrial services. You have no criminal history. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, on February 21st at 8:30 in the morning. Do you have any questions?
Entonces voy a seguir la recomendación de los servicios de control de procesados, ya que usted no cuenta con antecedentes penales, para ponerlo en libertad bajo palabra juramentada. Y su próxima audiencia va a ser el día 21 de febrero a las 8:30 de la mañana en las instalaciones del Tribunal Superior del Condado de Maricopa en el centro de Phoenix, a las 8:30 de la mañana. ¿Tendrá alguna pregunta? No.
He says, all right, be seated. Now, Mr.
Okay.
Interpreter,
Okay.
we have one more that we will proceed. I just so you guys know, I've never proceeded in this particular fashion on a house call, okay?
Okay.
And I'm reluctant to do it where we have an open mic in there. Anyway, can Mr. Oh no, wait a minute. This is number 2. It's not. Okay. This would be Oswaldo Avila. Could he give me his full name and date of birth, please?
Señor Osvaldo Ávila, ¿nos puede dar su nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento, por favor? Señor Osvaldo Ávila, ¿nos escucha? Señor Osvaldo Ávila, ¿nos escucha? No podemos escucharlo, señor Osvaldo Ávila, si es que está en línea.
Yo, Osvaldo, come down. Right here.
Señor Osvaldo, ¿nos escucha?
Okay, we're going to just bring him in.
Walking him in.
All right now, okay. Yeah, I've never proceeded this way. And I thought it was the one that's on the bottom of the docket. I don't know why I thought that, but I didn't want to have that heard. I don't know why I thought that, huh? Mr. Interpreter, the defendant is now standing in front of the lectern. I'd like him to give me his full name and date of birth.
Buenas tardes, señor Osvaldo. ¿Nos puede dar su nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento, por favor?
Es el 7 de septiembre de 1959. Ay, creo que sí, esa es.
¿Y su nombre completo?
Osvaldo Cruz. Osvaldo Cruz Galán. Ávila.
My name is Osvaldo Cruz Galán Ávila, date of birth, September 7, 1959.
All right, Osvaldo, you were arrested yesterday and charged with criminal trespass of a residential yard. That is a misdemeanor.
Señor Osvaldo, lo arrestaron usted el día de ayer por una acusación de allanamiento de tipo penal en el primer grado. Esto fue que lo hallaron en el patio de una propiedad residencial, lo cual es una falta.
I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in White Tank's Justice Court on February 25th at 9:30 a.m. Conditions of your release include not going back to the location where this has alleged to be, is alleged to have been occurred.
Entonces lo voy a dejar en libertad bajo palabra juramentada. Esto es su promesa de que regrese usted a sus próximas audiencias. Va a tener que presentarse el día 25 de febrero a las 9:30 de la mañana en el Tribunal de Paz de White Tank. Parte de sus medidas cautelares son que no puede regresar al lugar donde ocurrió el supuesto ilícito.
Do you have any questions?
¿Tendrá alguna pregunta?
Pero, ¿regresaron donde yo vivo?
But that's where I live.
Where you were arrested?
¿Donde lo arrestaron es donde usted vive?
Sí, ahí me renta un amigo que es mi amigo, él es pastor. Yo soy cristiano, ¿me entiende? Y él me está ayudando, pues.
Yes, I rent a room with a friend. He's a pastor. I'm a Christian, so he's helping me right now.
All right. Well, tell the judge, all right?
Ok, bueno, dígale al juez en su próxima audiencia, ¿está bien?
Ajá, está bien, sí.
Ok.
Make sure you show up on the date that I've given you. It'll be printed on a form with the address on February 25th at 9:30 in the morning. Now you're excused.
Pero por favor asegúrese de presentarse a su próxima audiencia. Va a estar todo impreso en las hojas que le van a dar, pero es el 25 de febrero. Por favor, vaya a esa cita. No se le vaya a olvidar. Y eso sería todo. Puede retirarse.
Ok, les digo, pues me da pánico pues, de que esté solo allá. Todo lo que tengo ahí me lo van a robar.
Yes, but I'm really afraid that all the things that I have there, maybe somebody can steal those things from me.
I have no control over that. The sooner you get back, we're going to release you. The sooner you get back, maybe the less likely that'll happen.
Sí, es por eso que le estoy diciendo, lo vamos a sacar en libertad para que usted pueda regresar lo más rápido posible y pueda evitar que pase eso.
No, ahorita no me puedo ayudar ahorita. Es que me duele que esté solo ahí.
Can somebody take me right now?
They're not going. No, we aren't going to deliver you to the residence that you want to go to. It's your responsibility to get the transportation. I have no control over that.
No lo podemos llevar a donde usted está viviendo. Eso es responsabilidad de usted. Nosotros no podemos hacer nada al respecto.
Es que se me está bajando mucho la presión por no irme para allá.
My blood pressure is getting low because I'm not there.
Maybe the officers can help take you by the medical department before you leave. I don't know what to tell you. If you feel like it's a problem, tell them when they get you out of this room. I need this room to conduct the initial appearance court. All right?
No sé qué decirle, tal vez los agentes puedan llevarlo a la estación médica para que lo revisen antes de que se vaya. Si se siente muy mal, dígaselo a los agentes, pero yo necesito este espacio para poder seguir conduciendo la comparecencia inicial del día de hoy.
Allá el pastor, como es pastor, es cristiano, él me ayuda. Por eso yo quiero irme para allá, para donde estoy viviendo ahorita. ¿Me entiende?
Un momento, por favor. The pastor that lives there, it's helping me. That's why I want to go there, because he's helping me.
All right, and you can use a phone. Maybe if you know his phone number, you can call him and he can pick you up. But I need to bring these people that are seated out there into the courtroom and conduct the docket right now, okay? So you're free to go.
Tal vez pueda usar el teléfono para hablarle si es que se sabe su teléfono, pero fuera de eso no hay nada que podamos hacer. Yo necesito este espacio libre para poder seguir trayendo a las personas, para continuar con las audiencias que tengo pendientes.
So I need to have you step out.
Así es que si gusta pasar allá, por favor.
Your Honor, I just wanted to ask, this is Arja Shaw for Lorenzo Lowe. I'm on Teams for the IA, if you would be willing to call that.
Yes, I will, but I didn't, usually it does not take this long to get to the cases. I have them in a specific order. We will get to it in probably just a few minutes. As you understand, this was kind of an unusual starting of the docket, and we'll get to you probably within a few minutes. All right, next will be Keith Benavides. And then after Mr. Benavides will be Jeffrey Proctor.
Sorry, Your Honor, for the interpreter. May I be excused?
Yeah, oh, yes, I'm sorry. Thank you. Excellent job.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Full name, date of birth, please.
Keith Benavides Jr., August 3rd, 1988.
All right, Mr. Benavides, you have three matters here. You're on felony probation, and there was a non-witness violation hearing scheduled on January 28th. When you didn't show up, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond. Your next court date in that matter will be February 18th at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. You were arrested today. Oops, hold on. I'm on the. I flipped to the wrong. Okay, I flipped on the wrong. But back up. Strike everything I just told you. Okay. It was on the wrong page. Yes, you were previously charged with theft of means of transportation, a Class 3 felony, in possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. You were to be sentenced on July 1st. When you didn't show up, they issued a warrant for your arrest. Right. It's a no bond warrant. Right. Your next court date in that matter will be on February 18th at 8:30 in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. You were arrested yesterday, charged with possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, and resisting arrest, risking physical injury, a Class 6 felony. I appoint the Legal Defender's Office to represent you in that matter. You were on felony release on that case that you didn't show up for. Under when you were arrested yesterday, under Arizona law, if you're arrested, charged with a felony, and released, and while you were on that release, you were arrested and charged with committing a new felony, you're not entitled to have a bond set or to be released under any conditions. Your next court, you'll be held without bond, and your next court date will be on February 13th at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. You have one other matter. You have a citation for criminal damage out of West Mesa Justice Court that you failed to pay the fine on.
Yeah.
With a warrant, and I don't know anything about it except I've got the warrant, okay? I mean, I can't tell you, if there's something unusual about this case. On September 23rd, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $250 bond. Your next court date in that matter will be in, West Mesa Justice Court on, February 12th at 8:30.
Yes, sir.
All right, your order's right over there.
All right.
As you walk back into that room, they'll hand you the order. All right, Jeffrey Proctor.
I didn't understand.
And after Mr. Proctor will be Rogelio Villa Estrada. Full name, date of birth?
Jeffrey Brent Proctor, February 10th, 1984.
All right, you serve on felony probation, 2 separate felony convictions. They contend you violated conditions of probation in each case, and a warrant for your arrest was issued on March 20th in each case. One with a $500 bond, the other with a $250 bond. Your next court date will be a revocation arraignment hearing, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, February 13th at 8:30. And your order's right over there.
Thank you.
Rogelio Estrada, then it'll be Ivan Sanchez. Full name, date of birth.
Rogelio Villa Estrada, 11/26/1981.
All right, Mr. Estrada, you are the person who was on probation, failed to appear at a non-witness violation hearing on January 28th. When you failed to appear on that day, a $500 bond was set on the probation violation matter.
I called that day. I was at the rehab. I was gonna be able to make it.
And you have an attorney you can talk to also. I know nothing except that the docket shows that you didn't show up, and when was that? January 28th. It's been a few days. You can contact your attorney, explain what happened. You can make phone calls, but I'm going to just affirm the amount of the warrant. And your next court date will be February 14th at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. And then, where am I here? I got skipped around. You have a new criminal charge. It is possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony. There was to be a status conference conducted on January 28th. Also, you didn't show up. $500 bond in that case. Next court date, February 13th at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. And your orders are right over there. Larry Ellis, and then it will be Eric Papanik.
Good morning.
Full name, date of birth.
Ivan Santana Sanchez, 02/17/1994.
All right, you serve on felony probation, 2 separate felony convictions here in Maricopa County. They contend you violated conditions of probation, and last February 28th, a warrant for your arrest was issued. A $250 bond set on one arrest warrant, $1,000 on the other. What am I doing here? Your next court date will be February 13th at 8:30. What is your name?
I'm Ivan.
Ivan.
Yes.
Did I get? Man, this thing's popping around. You didn't. You can put your eyebrows down now. We will settle this. Didn't I just call Larry Ellis?
No, you said Sanchez.
It's Ivan Sanchez.
Yes.
You're right. Ivan. Yes. Okay. Let me show you. All right. You are Ivan Sanchez,
Yes.
correct?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
I apologize for the confusion.
Yeah,
Let me get
Your Honor?
Well, you don't need to say anything yet. I want to tell you why you're here. All right. Yes. You are the one who failed to appear on January 28th. on a non-witness violation hearing and a status conference on new criminal charges. $500 bond was set, and I got off when I was giving you dates for your new court dates, February 14th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Now, what did you want to say?
Yes, Your Honor. I called in and I talked to my attorney.
Yes.
And she said, okay, well, I'm gonna back it up until I'm gonna give you a third continuance. And so they pushed it back to February 20th. So I have court on the February 20th.
Let me look. In both cases?
Yeah, those two cases are together. They're running together.
Okay.
And I have a judge. Her name is Jen Percy, and I want to see if I could we could have my stuff.
Let me tell you, nothing was done after January 28th.
Because I went to court yesterday, and they're going to squash it.
On February 3rd, the minute entry that was issued, they issued the bench warrant. I don't know what else to tell you. Doesn't show that anything else has been filed by your attorney or anything else was considered.
It doesn't show my attorney's next court date on February 20th, the one that she put. Well, I was going to bite to sign my plea.
On February 3rd, there's a minute entry that says bench warrant issued, hearing trial vacated because you weren't there. Now, I don't know what else to tell you. You can call your attorney and get an explanation, but there's nothing here I have except the record that things were issued.
Okay.
And you can contact your attorney. I'm going to affirm the amount that was
Can I get a copy of her number?
Huh?
Can I get a copy of her number?
I don't know how the number for but yes, you can. I will give you, let's see if we can get the number for you. Oh man, here, hold on.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
That's all right. I want you to have the number so you can call, so let me see here, if
there's no way I can promise you about
I'm looking for something that will have your attorney's name and number on the pleading. What, is it Joanna Pearson?
Yes.
Okay, great. That's Public Defender's Office?
No, she has her main phone numbers. She gave it to me.
Officer, is his attorney in the Public Defender's Office?
Yes.
Okay, and that number's there, and her name is Joanna Marie Pearson. Okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Now, where was I? Larry Ellis, and then it'll be Eric Papanik. Full name, date of birth, Mr. Ellis.
Larry Ellis, 8/31/79.
All right, you're on felony probation here in Maricopa County. 2 separate felony convictions. They contend you violated conditions of probation. February 28th, a warrant for your arrest was issued in each case. $250 bond in one case, a $1,000 bond on the other. Next court date, revocation arraignment hearing. Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, February 13th at 8:30. Then, the reason you are here is you were arrested earlier today, charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, criminal trespass, a misdemeanor. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I set a $250 bond in that case. February 13th also was your next court date in that matter, downtown Phoenix, all right? And your order's right over there. Eric Papanik, and then it'll be Tyvon Carradine. Full name, date of birth.
Eric Papanik, October 8th, 1981.
All right, Mr. Papanik, you are on felony probation here in Maricopa County, and a warrant for your arrest was issued on December 19th with a $100 bond. Let me make sure I'm clicked on the right key. There we go. Your next court date will be your revocation arraignment hearing, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, February 13th at 8:30, and your order's right over there. All right, Tyvon Carradine, and then it'll be Christopher Holloway. Full name, date of birth.
Tyrone Carradine, 3995.
All right, you, sir, were arrested earlier today, charged with a form of robbery, a Class 4 felony, criminal damage, a Class 5 felony. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. A $20,000 secured appearance bond is set in your case. Your next court date will be February 13th at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. Conditions of your release include not going back to that location where this is alleged to have occurred, all right? And your order's right over there. Christopher Holloway, then it'll be Joshua Gutierrez. Full name, date of birth, please. Full name, date of birth?
Christopher Russell Holloway, 6187.
Right, Mr. Holloway, you were arrested yesterday, charged with disorderly conduct by fighting, a misdemeanor, assault with intent to injure, a misdemeanor, and aggravated assault on a police officer, a Class 6 felony. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. A $1,500 secured appearance bond is set. Your next court date, February 13th at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. Conditions of your release include not returning to the location where this is alleged to have occurred or having contact with the victims or witnesses. I know, but right now, and if an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms. This order can be amended for good reason at a subsequent court proceeding, but if you bond out, those are the conditions that will be in existence until your next court date. All right, Joshua Gutierrez, and then it will be, where am I here? We will, Lorenzo Lowe. Full name, oops, what are you in here? Full name, date of birth?
Joshua Gutierrez, December 4th, 1997.
Yeah, you, sir, were arrested yesterday. Let's see, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was earlier today. Charged with the following offenses, 1 count each: possession of dangerous drugs for sale, a Class 2 felony; possession of narcotic drugs for sale, Class 2 felony; possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony; aggravated driving while under the influence, a Class 4 felony; resisting arrest, risking physical injury, a Class 6 felony; possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony; and a form of endangerment, a misdemeanor. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You are also on felony probation and on 2 separate felony convictions. This is a term, what happened today is a term 1 violation. Your probation officers requested that a hold be placed on you. In each case, there is a $1,000 bond. On your new case, your next court date will be February 13th at 8:30, Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. And on the probation violation matters, it will be February 13th also at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. Your order's right over there. All right, where did I call? I was going to call number Lorenzo.
Yeah, question?
Counsel, can you hear me?
I have a question.
Yes, Your Honor, I can hear you.
All right.
Question?
What's that?
I just have a question.
Okay, well, hold on, ma'am. There's a question. Go ahead.
So you said I have for each
case there's a $1,000 bond set. That's $3,000 total. They are secured appearance bonds you can get through a bonding company. All right.
But there's also a hold on me.
Your probation officer requested that a hold be placed on you because what you were arrested and charged with constitutes a term 1 violation in each of the probation cases. All right, there you go. All right. All right. Full name, date of birth, please.
Lorenz Lowe. I was born on June 5th, 2005.
All right, and present is counsel. Could you announce your presence and give us your name, please, counsel?
Thank you, Your Honor. Brooke Gahn on behalf of the state.
And good
Oh,
evening,
okay.
Your Honor. Arja Shaw on behalf of Lorenz Lowe, who is present before the court.
All right. Hold on here. You were charged, yesterday, charged with discharging a firearm in the city limits, Class 6 felony. Pretrial services says that you're financially capable of hiring your own counsel, which you have, so one will not be appointed, and you have counsel at this particular time. Does the county attorney's office have a position concerning any release conditions?
Yes, Your Honor. Initially, I did submit a written recommendation, and I was asking for a $5,000 bond, but I did have an opportunity to speak with Ms. Shaw before the hearing, and she did provide me with some additional information. Our understanding is that Mr. Lowe does not have any criminal history, and I think there is some indication that he did accept some responsibility for what happened in regards to this situation. So at this time, the state would ask for a supervised release.
All right, and that's what I was going to do. Ms. Shaw, anything you'd like to add?
No, Your Honor. We're in agreement with the state if Your Honor would like to do a pretrial services or supervised release.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to do. I'm going to release you on supervised release. Your next court date will be February 21st at 8:30, and he'll be provided with a copy of the release order that you can get later, counsel. Anything else?
Thank you, Your Honor. And Lorenz, I will get in contact with your family. You're going to be released, okay? But you'll have to be processed out, and that can take a few hours.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll let your family know.
All right, thank you. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see, where was I when I slowed down? Dominic Gano, then it'll be Isaac Martinez. Full name, date of birth.
Isaac Martinez, birthday 8/29/05.
All right, you sir were arrested yesterday. Whoops, I'm on the wrong case again. Dominic Gano. This isn't correct. What is your name?
Isaac Martinez.
Isaac Martinez. You know, this is driving me crazy. I called Dominic Gano, and we get Isaac Martinez. Unless
Dominic Gano.
Yes.
Dominic. Isaac.
Yeah, I called Dominic Gano. That's the next key. Isaac Martinez. Oh, well, I said Mr. Martinez will be next. All right, that's what he heard. All right. Full name, date of birth.
Dominic David Gano, 10/14/1988.
All right, you sir are here because you were arrested yesterday, charged with theft, form of theft, a Class 4 felony, and control of stolen property, a misdemeanor. The public defender's office appointed to represent you. You're also on felony probation on 3 separate cases when this is alleged to have occurred, 3 separate convictions. Your probation officers requested that a hold be placed on all 3. A $500 bond has been set in all cases, $500 on the new charge and $500 on the probation violation matters. On the new charge, your court date will be, next court date, February 13th at 8:30, and probably on the probation violation matters, it'll be February 13th also. There you go, your order's right over here. Isaac Martinez, now's your turn. Then it'll be Pedro Santiago. Full name, date of birth.
Isaac Martinez, birthday 8/29/05.
All right, you sir were arrested Let me see what it was here. Yesterday, charged with the following. 4 counts of a form of kidnapping, Class 2 felonies, theft of means of transportation, a Class 3 felony, a form of robbery, a Class 4 felony, unlawful flight from law enforcement, a Class 5 felony, 4 counts of endangerment, Class 6 felonies, and 1 count of leaving the scene of an accident, a misdemeanor. The Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. You were also, I believe, on felony probation when this is alleged occurred, and your probation officers requested that a hold be placed on you. On the new charge, a $20,000 bond is set. Your next court date will be February 13th at 8:30 Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. If I haven't mentioned it, I point the Public Defender's Office. And then on the probation violation matter, a $2,500 bond is set. February 13th also will be your revocation arraignment hearing. Right, your order's right over there. So, Pedro Santiago, and then it'll be Joseph Monarez. Full name, date of birth.
Your Honor, this gentleman just informed me they don't speak English.
You know, there's a place in the Form 4, and I look at it, and the officer checked the, I know, it just checked the box and says he doesn't need an interpreter. All right, let me see how much time he's got on here. Oh, no, he's got 4 hours. All right, we need to get an interpreter. Well, I guess we can put him at the end of the docket, and we'll call one on the phone like we normally do, all right? All right. All right, Randall Myers. I'm sorry, that was Joseph Manaraz, and then Randall Myers. I screwed up. All right, full name, date of birth.
Joseph Arthur Menares, 12796.
All right, you, sir, have been charged by the county attorney's office by direct complaint for criminal damage. That is, in this case, a Class 5 felony. This is alleged to have occurred on May 10th of 2023. The Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. I'm releasing you on supervised release to appear in Superior Court February 21st at 8:30. You're not to return to the location where this is alleged to have occurred. All right? What?
Can you please tell me the location? Where was it? I don't know.
Everything I told you, all right. The address.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
Exact phone number and everything's there, okay? All right. There you go. And also, there's a number for pretrial services on there. Within a few days of your release, call that number and touch base with them. They're expecting you to call. All right. Randall Myers, and then it'll be Ruben Garcia. Full name, date of birth?
Randall Elliott Myers, April 15, 1977.
All right, Mr. Myers, you were arrested yesterday, charged with the following, 1 count each. Possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. Possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 5 felony. Driving on a suspended or revoked license, a misdemeanor, and failing to obey a police officer's instructions, a misdemeanor. The Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. I'm going to release you on supervised release to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, February 21st at 8:30. The phone number for pretrial services will be part of the information you get. Within a few days of your release, call and touch base with them, all right?
Yes, can I have a question?
What's that?
A statement. I was never read my Miranda rights when I was arrested.
Well, did they take any statements from you?
No.
Okay. There you go.
Oh, yes, they did.
All right. If you were in custody and there was a custodial interrogation, they would have to, before they could use any statements you made, they would have to given you your rights. If they don't interrogate you, you haven't given up anything, and you're not entitled to be given your rights if they're not going to take any statements from you. All right. Doesn't mean anything. You have an attorney appointed to represent you, he'll tell you the same thing, all right?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Ruben Garcia, then it'll be Brandon Garlish. Full name, date of birth?
Ruben Perez Garcia, 03/26/1990.
All right. You, sir, were arrested. You've got a warrant outstanding for you for failing to appear in Tolleson Municipal Court on a reckless driving charge. It was issued on November 1st with a $500 bond. You were released on some felony matters just in the last day or so, correct?
Correct.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and release you on your own recognizance in this matter to appear in Tolleson Municipal Court February 24th at 8:30. There you go. Order's right over there.
Okay. Thank you.
Brandon Garlish, and then it'll be Elijo Trujillo. Full name, date of birth?
Brandon Wayne Garlish, September 30th, 1988.
All right, you were charged by the county attorney's office by direct complaint with possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony. This is alleged to have occurred on May 5th of 2023. I appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court downtown Phoenix, February 21st at 8:30, and your order's right over there. Elijo Trujillo, and then it'll be Marquis Johnson. Full name, date of birth?
Eligio Trujillo, 4/20/1982.
All right, Mr. Trujillo. A grand jury has indicted you. It's alleged that on August 18th of last year, you committed aggravated driving while under the influence. That's a class 4 felony. I appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'm releasing you on supervised release to appear in Superior Court downtown Phoenix, February 14th at 8:30. You're not being held on anything else from that right now, right?
Yeah, I'm still here, Your Honor, in custody.
Yeah.
I got court on Monday at 8:30.
So, okay, I thought that you had been released on everything.
No, I'm still in custody right now, Your Honor.
What's the likelihood you'll be released on Monday?
I don't know the circumstances, Your Honor.
Well, okay, let me amend the order. I will amend the order because you probably can't make your court date. I will set a $50 bond. That way, if you are released, you can get out. Whoops, what happened here? Somebody pushed, why do they lock that number down all the time? That way, if you are released, you can bond out easily, and if you aren't released, you'll make your court appearances. There you go. Marquis Johnson, then it'll be Cayong, Spain. Full name, date of birth?
Marquise Matthew Johnson, 02/08/1993.
All right, you, sir, were arrested yesterday. Charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, obstruction by refusing to give correct name, a misdemeanor, public defender's office appointed to represent you. You are on parole from the Department of Corrections, and they're going to, I understand, a hold's going to be placed on you for violating the conditions of your parole. So I set a bond in the amount of $50 just in case they don't. You'll be released. But if they, I'm sure they're going to probably place a hold before you can get out. I appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Next court date, February 13th at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. All right? There you go. Cayong, Spain, and then it will be Isiac Gonzalez. Full name, date of birth, please. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Full name, date of birth, please.
My name is Kyung Spain, and my birthday is September 5, 1955.
All right, ma'am, you were arrested earlier today, charged with criminal trespass on property, a misdemeanor, Class 3 misdemeanor. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Goodyear Municipal Court on February 26th at 1 p.m. You're not to go back where this is alleged to have occurred, okay? You understand? You're not to go back to the location where you are alleged to have trespassed. You understand?
Your Honor, may I ask you? That is a shopping center, Walmart.
I know, but I'll tell you what it says here. According to the police report, you remained on the business property where you were formally trespassed and previously arrested for the same charge while at the location. They have trespassed you. They have the right to require that you not come on their premises. You were found sleeping inside a vehicle on the business parking lot, apparently, and that is a form of trespassing if they tell you to leave and not come back, and you're sleeping in your car or on their property. Anyway, I'm releasing you. Make sure you show up for your court date. Isaac Gonzalez, and then it'll be Pedro. Oh, we've already done these.
You want to release it?
Oh, what did I do? Never mind. I'm just calling out the name as I look at it. Full name, date of birth.
Isaiah Gonzalez, 10/11/2005.
Mr. Gonzalez, you are here because you were arrested yesterday, charged with possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You're being released on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court February 21st at 8:30. And your order will be right over there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You bet. So what happened here with, you do have one?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I forgot why he's here. I thought I recognized that name as somebody we had earlier, and it was, but I didn't know he spoke Spanish.
Your Honor.
Yes.
This is Deputy County Attorney Brooke Gaunt. Would I be able, I see that Mr. Davis is a house call. Would I be able to make a record on that matter?
Sure, go ahead.
Your Honor, the state's asking to seal the Form 4 because it's part of an ongoing law enforcement operation.
All right. I will do that right now. Well, the Form 4 also. I'm looking to see, is there a button to push? There isn't one. I can grant, you'll have a record of me granting your order to seal the Form 4. All right? And I don't know what else I can enter on here. Then, on the, where am I here? Let me look. I take that back. Let me edit this thing. It wasn't your recommendation that you wanted sealed, was that it?
No, I would just like the Form 4 sealed.
I apologize. Obviously, I have a button to click there, and I just did. It's been done.
Okay.
All right?
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Sorry for the confusion. Yeah, the last one on the house call I have to make, I did not want to put, I couldn't handle that like we did the guy we spoke to, that they didn't they finally brought him in, but in the back of my brain, I thought somehow or another we were gonna inadvertently put that testimony, or that statement, the charges on the record in front of all these people. All right, we need, Mr. All right, we're gonna get the Spanish speaker in the courtroom. He's coming in. I would like him, he's standing behind the lectern. I'd like him to give me his full name and date of birth.
Ok. Sí, yo soy el intérprete. ¿Me puede dar su nombre completo y la fecha de nacimiento?
Pedro Santiago, 14 de febrero de 2002.
Pedro Santiago, February 14, 2002.
All right. Pedro was arrested yesterday and charged with the following 3 offenses. Misconduct involving weapons, a Class 4 felony. Unlawful flight from law enforcement in a vehicle, a Class 5 felony. And open container of liquor in his vehicle, a misdemeanor.
Sí, fue arrestado ayer y le pusieron estos 3 cargos, lo que es una conducta inapropiada, lo que es alrededor de las armas, es una felonía de tipo clase 4, lo que es una fuga fuera de la ley de un policía, de un oficial de la policía, que es una felonía de tipo clase 5, y tener un contenedor abierto de alcohol, que es un delito menor.
A secured appearance bond is set in the amount of $250. Your next court date will be February 13th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Do you have any questions?
Se hace la fianza en $250. Su próxima fecha de corte es febrero 13 a las 8:30 en la Corte Superior del Centro de Phoenix. ¿Tiene preguntas?
¿Me repite la fecha del corte otra vez?
Can you tell me the court date again?
It's printed on the form we're going to give you. It is February 13th at 8:30. The exact address, time, date is on that piece of paper we gave you. All right?
Okay.
All right.
Está impreso en el formato que le dieron.
All
Está todo en el papel, la dirección.
Okay, muchas gracias.
Yes,
thank you, Mr. Interpreter. Great job.
Yes, thank you for using our services and have a great day.
Uh-huh. All right, number 20 is a house call. His name is Josh Davis. He was charged with 1 count of luring a minor for sexual exploitation, a Class 3 felony, and attempted sexual conduct with a minor, a Class 3 felony. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent him. I set a $15,000 bond. Conditions of his release would include electronic monitoring, not having any contact with minors, and not accessing the internet. His next court date will be February 13th at 8:30 Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. All right, now let me get over to 8 p.m. Wow.
All right.
You can be seated. Oh, come on, wheels roll. Okay, this is the 8 p.m. initial appearance docket. We're going to call you in here individually, tell you why you're here. When you come into the room, there's a lectern in the center of the room. Stand behind that. Give me your full name, date of birth. I'll be giving you important information concerning your case to take with you. You don't have to try to memorize what I tell you, because before you leave the area, you'll receive a printed copy of a document with to take with you that has all the important information concerning your case. Make sure you review, if you're someone who is released, the release order carefully and comply with all the conditions. For example, if they include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime or having contact with alleged victims or witnesses, and you violate those conditions and you're taken into custody for that reason, you will not be released from custody easily again. If you're here in a probation violation matter that will be heard in Maricopa County Superior Court, public defender's office is appointed at this time, so you'll have counsel at your next court appearance. All right, we will start with Daniel Bonilla, and then after Daniel will be Jeremy Beagle. Full name, date of birth?
Daniel Bonilla, July 24, 2001.
All right, Daniel, you are here because you're on felony probation in Maricopa County Superior Court. They contend you violated conditions of probation, issued a warrant on July 31st with a $1,000 bond. Your next court date will be your revocation arraignment hearing in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, February 13th at 8:30. Okay, and your orders will be right over there.
All right, thank you.
Jeremy Beagle, and then it'll be Aaron Smith. Full name, date of birth.
Jeremy Beagle, April 25th, 1993.
All right, Jeremy, you are here because probation department contends you violated conditions of felony probation, and on December 5th of 2023, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond. Next court date, revocation arraignment hearing, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, February 13th at 8:30, and your order's right over there. Aaron Smith, and then it'll be Stephen Lewis. Full name, date of birth?
Aaron Smith, 10/06/87.
All right, Mr. Smith, you were on felony probation. Well, actually, it wasn't felony probation. You had a disposition hearing in Superior Court on September 29th of 2014. When you failed to appear, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $600 bond. Your next court date will be in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, February 13th at 8:30. And your order's right over there. Stephen Lewis, and then it'll be Manuel Vera. Full name, date of birth?
Stephen Michael Lewis, 2381.
All right, Mr. Lewis, you were on felony probation. There was a non-witness violation hearing scheduled on April 18th of last year. When you failed to appear, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $2,000 bond. wait a minute, let me get this. Where was I? And your next court date will be February 13th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Okay. The order's right over there.
Thank you.
Manuel Vera, and then it'll be Emmanuel Burgos. Full name, date of birth?
Manuelle Tejeda Burgos, September 7, 89.
All right, you, sir, are here because you were, yeah, you know, let me get this. You're Manuel Vera, correct?
No.
No, you.
Emmanuel Burgos.
All right, I think I called, yeah. You were second. I called you, you're after this guy.
Oh.
But as long as you're here, I'll go ahead and take care of it.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, yeah, Emmanuel Burgos. All right. You are here because a grand jury arrest warrant was issued for your arrest on January 28th. It is 8 counts of organized retail theft of merchandise, class 4 felonies. I appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I understand you're in federal custody. You're not to be released. The amount of the bond that was set by the judge who issued the arrest warrant is $100,000 cash only. Your next court date will be February 14th at 8:30 in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. And the order will be right over there.
Thank you.
Yeah, Manuel Vera, and then it'll be Jordan Malley. Full name, date of birth?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Full name, date of birth?
It's nighttime, but...
I know. Full name, date of birth, please.
Huh?
Full name, date of birth.
Oh, Manuel Vera, 6/27/1989.
All right, you were arrested earlier today, charged with theft of means of transportation, a class 3 felony, and resisting arrest with passive resistance, a misdemeanor. Pretrial Services says that you are financially capable of paying your own attorney, hiring your own attorney. If that's not correct at your next court appearance, you can request appointment of counsel. You are also on felony probation, if I'm not mistaken, yes. And your probation officer, because this is a term 1 violation, your conduct that got you arrested in the last 24 hours, requested a hold be placed.
A hold?
A hold on you for violating probation. So, a warrant, a bond amount is set on the new arrest today of $500. Next court date, February 13th at 8:30, and then on the probation violation matter, a $500 bond will set, same date, time, and place for your next court appearance there too. And your orders are right over there.
All right, then. Thank you.
Good luck. Jordan Malley. And then it'll be Daniela Aranguer. Full name, date of birth?
Jordan Malley, June 20th, 2000.
All right, man. You were arrested earlier today, charged with aggravated DUI, driving the wrong way on a roadway. Pretrial Services says you're financially capable of hiring your own counsel. If that's not correct, you can request appointment of counsel or any subsequent court proceeding. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, February 21st at 8:30. And your order's right over there. Daniela, and then it will be Matthew O'Brien. Full name, date of birth.
Daniela Arangure, 8/20/89.
All right, you have 2 matters. In West McDowell Justice Court, you're on probation. and I don't know what the original charge was or what the fine was, but they issued a warrant for your arrest. Then you also were arrested earlier today, charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, possession, driving on a suspended or revoked license, a misdemeanor. I point the public defender's office in your new case. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court February 21st at 8:30. Then, on the matter that you have in West McDowell Justice Court, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance on that matter. You won't be released again because you were, this is your second arrest in that case. But your next court date will be February 26th at 1:30. All the information you hear me putting on the record will be on the printed form you get, all right?
Okay.
Good luck. Matthew O'Brien, and then it'll be Brittany Harrison.
Good evening, Your Honor. Matthew O'Brien, 614-77.
All right, Mr. O'Brien. You were cited for driving on a suspended or revoked license back in 2015. When you failed to appear, a warrant for your arrest was issued on January 7th of 2016. It's a $500 bond. Your next court date will be February 12th at 8:30 in Desert Ridge Justice Court, all right?
Desert Ridge, is that?
Well, I don't know where it is exactly, all right? If you post the $500 and get out, make sure you show up on the date, all right?
Okay.
There you go. All right, your order's right over there. Brittany Harrison, and then it'll be George Loney. Full name, date of birth, please.
Brittany Marie Harrison, 11/23/89.
All right, ma'am, you, let me get where we were on you. A direct complaint's been filed by the county attorney's office. It charges you, it's alleged that on October 11th of 2023, you committed the offenses of possession of narcotic drugs, a class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, class 6. I appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'm going to release you on what we call supervised release to appear in Superior Court on downtown Phoenix, February 21st at 8:30. On your release order paperwork, you'll have a phone number for pretrial services. Within a few days of your release, call them and touch base with them, all right?
Okay.
All right, there you go.
Thank you.
George Loney, and then it'll be Matthew Moran. Full name, date of birth?
George Dominic Loney, 7478, sir.
All right. You were arrested earlier today, charged with a form of assault with intent to injure, a misdemeanor, and disorderly conduct by fighting, a misdemeanor. Pretrial Services says you're financially capable of hiring your own counsel. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in North Valley Justice Court on February 25th at 9 a.m. The important thing is the conditions of release. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You're not to initiate contact with the victims or witnesses. And if an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms. Okay, those are the orders. When you leave here, they can be modified for good reason at a subsequent court proceeding. But right now, I don't want you going back there having contact with the people until your next court date. All right, there you go. Your order's right over there. Matthew Moran, and then it'll be Peter Duffy. Full name, date of birth?
Matthew Ernest Moran, 3/18/1983.
All right, you were arrested earlier today, charged with a form of shoplifting. That's a misdemeanor. I'm going to release you, I'm gonna have counsel appointed at your next court appearance. And I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Goodyear Municipal Court on February 26th at 1 p.m. Conditions of your release include not going back to the location where this is alleged to have occurred or having any contact with the alleged victims or witnesses. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, your order's right over there. Peter Duffy, and then it'll be Brandon Suarez. Full name, date of birth, Mr. Duffy.
Peter Wayne Duffy Jr. in 1/1/1987.
All right, you were arrested earlier today, charged with one count of aggravated taking the identification of another unlawfully, Class 3 felony, possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. I am releasing you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, February 21st at 8:30. The order's right over there.
Thanks, sir.
All right. Brandon Suarez, and then it'll be Jacqueline Ng. Full name, date of birth?
11/21/79.
A full name?
Brandon Suarez.
All right, this warrant was issued by North Valley Justice Court in April of 2018 for disobeying disobeying a mandate of the court, probably to pay a fine.
It was a class I didn't know that I had. It was an online class, sir.
Well, it's been a long time. It's been.
I didn't know I had the warrant.
All right. Well, is this the first time you've been arrested on this case?
Yes,
I think all right, because I don't have the whole. All right, this is what I'm going to modify this. I'm going to. All right, I'm going to modify this order. I'm going to release him because I couldn't find anything to indicate that this wasn't his first arrest. All right, and your next court date, let me finish this off.
I thank you very much. I will have this taken care of.
Yeah, and your next court date will be February 25th at 9 a.m. in North Valley Justice Court, and all the information you need, the address and everything's on the order we're going to give you. Just go ahead and have a seat. We're modifying it right now.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Over here, sir.
Yeah, we'll bring it to you. Jacqueline Ng, and then it'll be Elizabeth Parra. Full name, date of birth?
Jacqueline Jean Ng, 11/22/73.
All right, ma'am, you are here because the county attorney's office has charged you by direct complaint with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6. This is alleged to have occurred in September of 2021. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. The warrant that was issued had you're in custody, you're being held in other matters, aren't you?
I am.
All right.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna, and I'm gonna keep the $1,800 bond in place. You'll have the next court appearance on the 13th of February at 8:30, and at that time, if anything's changed about your other custody matters, they can modify this, okay?
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Right over there. Elizabeth Parra, and then it'll be Victor Torres. Full name, date of birth?
Elizabeth Parra, 12/13/1997.
All right, ma'am, you are here because, let me get this up here. Here we go. You had a DUI case in Surprise Municipal Court. Let me get the number of this. You failed to pay a fine. This is back in 2021. This is when the incident occurred, and then this warrant was issued in February of 2022 with a $50 bond. I'm going to keep the bond in place. Your next court date will be February 19th at 1:30. You should easily bond out. Make sure you show up on the date, time, and place you're supposed to, okay? That I'm giving you, all right? You get $50 and you get out, but make sure you go back to your court date, okay?
Thank
There you
you,
go.
sir.
Victor Torres, and then it'll be Troy Bowens.
Hello, Your Honor.
Full name, date of birth, please.
Victor Torres, 8/11/98.
All right, you, sir, were charged earlier today with violating an order of protection.
I just didn't understand. It's my first time. All this stuff is happening.
Okay, you're not saying anything. That's a misdemeanor. An attorney can be appointed at the next hearing. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Surprise Municipal Court on March 4th at 1:30. Conditions of your release include not having any contact with the people that you're prohibited by the order of protection from having contact with, or going back to the location where you were ordered not to go back. And make sure you don't do that, because the next time you come in front of a judge, if you get cited for the same thing, they're just going to put a bond on you.
And go to jail?
Yeah, but I'm releasing you so that you don't have to do that.
Thank you, sir.
Because it's the first time, and March 4th at 1:30, Surprise Municipal Court is your next court date.
The reason I went over there, I missed my kids, and I just wanted more information. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, don't contact the people you've been ordered not to contact
Going to Santana
to find out. There, your order's right there. All right, Troy Bowens, and then it'll be Anthony Owens. Full name, date of birth.
8/5/81, Troy Lee Bowens.
All right, Mr. Bowens, you were previously charged with one count each of the following: possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of marijuana, a Class 6 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. These charges are alleged to have occurred in February of 2020. You had a preliminary hearing you were to appear at on June 1st of 2020. You didn't show up, and they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond. Your next court date now will be February 13th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Okay, and your order's right over there.
Thank you.
You bet. Anthony Owens. Full name, date of birth?
Anthony Owens, 6/14/82.
All right, Mr. Owens, you're on felony probation for 2 felony convictions here in Maricopa County. They contend you violated conditions of probation and warrants for your arrest were issued in each case on August 21st with $500 bond in each case. Your next court date will be your revocation arraignment hearing in Superior Court downtown Phoenix on February 13th at 8:30. You were arrested earlier today with new charges: possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony; possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. A public defender's office is appointed to represent you in that. Also, $500 bond also is set on your new charges. February 13th at 8:30 will be your next court date on the new charges. You have a warrant out of Justice Court, out of University Lakes Justice Court for criminal trespass that's alleged to have occurred on December 1st of 2022. When you didn't show up on December 1st of 23, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $100 bond. Your next court date there will be February 12th at 8:30, and we'll make sure that you make it if you haven't bonded out, all right?
All right.
The order's right over there. All right. Dameron Spears. Full name, date of birth?
Marion Spears, April 28, 2004.
All right, Mr. Spears, you're here on a warrant that was issued out of Iowa on January 21st. You were charged with, under the terms of that warrant, let me get back to that. It's a fugitive warrant, and this is a fugitive, this is your initial appearance on a fugitive hearing. You were charged with a variety of offenses, including murder.
Huh?
Yes. I will tell you what they include. If I, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counts of attempted murder, intimidation with a dangerous weapon, conspiracy to commit assault, various forms of assault, and it was a no bond warrant. But it doesn't say why you were to be held without bond. I'm going to set a bond in the amount. Did you read the paperwork we gave you?
Yeah, I read it.
Okay. Let me point out a couple of things to you.
Okay.
There aren't easy decisions. Basically, the only thing they have to do to extradite you is prove, number one, there's a valid warrant, and number two, you're the person named in the warrant.
Okay.
Okay. And you can waive extradition, and you'll be held without bond for up to 30 days. And if they don't pick you up in the 30-day period, day one being tomorrow, we will release you, but the warrant will still be out there. On a case like this, I doubt very seriously they will fail to pick you up.
Okay.
If you don't want to waive extradition, let me tell you, you're not entitled to have an attorney appointed to represent you because extradition proceedings are civil, not criminal in nature.
Okay.
If you don't want to waive extradition, and you don't have to make a decision tonight because you're going to have an opportunity several times in the next few weeks to see a judge and change, do whatever you want to do then.
Okay.
But if you don't want to waive extradition, the states of Iowa and Arizona have to complete extradition proceedings within 90 days. Okay. During that time, you'll be held on the bond that I set, unless you can put it out. You can post it. Because it's a serious matter, that's why I think you were held. The bond the arrest warrant that was issued was a no bond warrant. In Arizona, we don't hold people without bond unless the case complies with what is necessary to hold somebody without bond in Arizona. But given the nature of the charges, I was going to set a $1 million bond that you'll be held on if you don't want to waive extradition. Like I said, there are no easy decisions when there's a warrant, you're picked up on it, and you're a fugitive. There are no easy decisions. Okay, if you waive extradition, you'll be held for up to 30 days without bond, and if you don't want to waive extradition, you'll be held on $1 million bond for up to 90 days. And if you don't know what you want to do tonight, you'll have an opportunity because your next hearing will be in this matter. If you waive extradition, that'll be it. The 30 days start to run tomorrow.
Okay.
But you'll have a hearing. Your next court date will be in Superior Court here on February 24th at 1:30. At that time, you can talk to the judge again, and you can either waive extradition and you can talk to people, you can hire people to talk to. I don't know what else to tell you, but there are no easy decisions. I mean, no matter the decision, what decision you make, you're probably not going to be happy with it.
If I signed
if you waived?
If I signed it to go, is they gonna send me back to Iowa?
Well, if they will, yeah, you'll be, if they don't pick you up if you waive extradition and they haven't picked you up within 30 days, you'll be released by us, but the warrant will still be out there. But with charges like this, I doubt very seriously they will be here. I doubt they'll let the 30 days elapse without picking you up.
Okay. Okay.
So, and if you want to think about it, you've got time. You're going to be held on the bond that I set, but you can change your mind anytime when you're in front of a judge and waive extradition if you like, all right? Or you can hire an attorney or talk to somebody who can give you some advice, again, the only thing they have to prove is, number one, there's a warrant. Number two, you're the person named in the warrant. All right? And what I'll do is, if you don't know what you want to do, I'll just
my
put
mom
that.
told me to sign it, so I'm just gonna sign it.
What's that?
My mom told me to sign it, so I'm just gonna sign it.
Well, I don't know. She said to sign the waiver?
No, sign it before they send me back to Iowa, basically, for she.
Well, somehow or another, you'll probably get back to Iowa. Whether you waive extradition and they pick you up before the 30 days expires, or the states of Arizona and Iowa conduct a hearing where the only thing they have to prove is there's a valid warrant, number one, and number two, you're the person named in the warrant. And I don't want to rush you into this, but if you want some time to think about it, you'll have a hearing. I will put that you don't waive, and I'll set the bond I said I was going to set, and on February 24th, you'll be in front of a judge again, all right?
Okay.
Is that what you want to do?
Mom told me that.
Cause see,
so if I wait a week, is it still that 30 days is going to wait?
No, the 30 days doesn't start to run until there's been a valid, knowledgeable, and voluntary waiver.
I'm probably going to sign it then.
What's that?
I'm probably going to sign it then.
Well, I need to know, you want to waive tonight, right now?
They got 30 days to come get me right now?
No, not, that rule applies to when, you've waived. You've got your choice of waiving or not waiving. The time limits are 30 days and 90 days. And if you want to think about it, we don't have to do anything tonight because you'll be in front of a judge in about 10 days probably. Okay. What did I say? The 24th?
Nothing will start if I...
Huh?
Nothing will start if I don't do nothing today, right?
What?
Nothing will start
Nothing starts, the only thing that starts is the 90 days within which Arizona and Iowa have to complete extradition proceedings.
Okay.
So that's like 3 months. Actually, that is running right now from the day you get taken into custody. If you don't waive, they've got to complete extradition proceedings. Again, all they have to do is prove there is a warrant, you're the person in the warrant, and that's it. All right?
Yeah.
Why don't you think about it? Like I said, you've got the 24th is what?
Okay.
2 weeks, and then you can talk to a judge, and okay, that's what I'll do. I will.
That means I gotta wait a whole 30 days after the 24th, right?
Well, no, but the 24th is like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Today's the 7th.
Okay.
So.
Are they coming to get me at any time? If they come.
Well, if you waive, they can pick you up tomorrow, but they've got to do it within 30 days.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. Waive.
You want to waive?
Yeah.
All right. Let me ask you: did you have any questions about the information in the document that we gave you to read? Do you have any questions about anything in there? Well, has anybody promised you anything we haven't talked about?
Held in custody without bond until local administrator discloses it. It's no. Cause then that's waiting 2 weeks for no reason. Then I might have to waive it. Yeah, I'm gonna waive it.
You don't have any questions about the info.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about anything to do with what we're talking about, you know, whether you should waive or not, and what happens if you do or you
Yeah,
don't.
that's what I'm trying to see. What happens is after I waive it? Like,
After you waive, you'll be held without bond for up to 30 days, day one being tomorrow.
Right.
If they haven't picked you up after 30 days, on the 31st day, we will release you, but the warrant will still be outstanding.
Okay.
I can't imagine that they won't pick you up.
I'm gonna go down there if they haven't picked me up by then, but yeah, I'm gonna waive it then.
All right. Has anybody promised you anything to get you to waive that we haven't talked about?
Promise me anything?
No, I mean, yeah, I want to make sure it's a knowing, voluntary waiver. You know what you're doing. Nobody has threatened you or promised you anything to get you to waive. Just like a short change of plea.
Yeah, like, you said, what about a plea?
Huh?
You said, what about?
Well, no, it's like a short change of plea. You know, if you can't tell a judge that nobody has promised you anything, or you can't say that nobody's threatened me or promised me anything, he won't accept your plea.
I'm accepting it. Whatever going.
And I can't go, because I've got other cases here. I've got to go.
My bad.
All right, then you won't wait. What I'll do is, I'll put you don't waive, and I'll set the bond that I said I was gonna set, and then you'll be in front of another judge in a couple of weeks, and,
So I'm not waiving?
Huh?
So I'm not waiving then?
You wanna waive? Okay, then I misunderstood what you were gonna do.
What's the best thing to do? You know this. Oh, man. I've never been to jail, bro.
I have trouble. I can't accept your waiver unless I'm sure that you understand what we're doing. And I can be assured that nobody's promised you anything we haven't talked about or threatened you in any way.
Nobody has threatened me or nothing. My mom said they were extraditing me to Iowa before I could fight my cases where I could actually fight them at. Instead of being out here where I'm not fighting no case, I'm just in jail for no reason, basically.
All right.
Yeah, that's
but what do you want to do?
I might as well go down there and fight the cases.
You mean in Iowa?
Yeah.
You're going to wind up there probably no matter what, because whether it's within 30 days or after 90 days has elapsed, but you're going to wind up in Iowa and be prosecuted for this case, I'm sure.
Probably, yeah.
And see, I've got about 5 cases left that I have to put on the record and stuff, and I got to close what we're doing, and I don't want to rush you. Why don't you wait, and you've got 2, on the 24th, you can waive or talk to another judge about it, but all right?
I don't even want to wait that long, Judge.
Well, then you want to waive? Yep, I'm
going to waive.
Okay, then I'll answer my questions. Has anybody promised you anything for you to waive that we haven't talked about?
No.
You don't have any questions about anything in the document that we gave you to read?
No.
All right, has anybody threatened you in any way to get you to waive?
No, I'm just...
Has anybody threatened you?
No, never mind. I'm just going to talk to my mom before I even...
Well, then if you want to talk to her, why don't you wait and...
I'm going to just wait.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
And all right, there we go. Now, see, that's where I thought we were. You're going to waive.
Yeah.
And, hold on. You waive, and then, I'm sorry, you're not going to waive. I take that back. You want to talk to your mom.
Yeah.
And you're not going to waive, and you are bailable as a matter of right. I'm going to set a cash-only $1 million bond.
Oh, that's $1 million bond, huh?
Well, I mean, listen, they want you held without bond, okay?
Yeah.
And I saw what the charges were. I think that's pretty serious.
Yeah.
So, and then your next court date will be in front of another judge. We're just an initial appearance court. It'll be in front of another judge on February 24th at 1:30, okay? There you go. All right. Okay, we'll have it for you in just a minute. Go ahead and have a seat. Yeah, have a seat. Just sit down.
Your supervision. Address and over.
Okay. Who are you?
Dulce Vianey Cruz Aramburu, septiembre 7.
Oh, okay, you're a Spanish speaker.
Sí.
All right, I apologize. I didn't know you were.
The interpreter is on the line.
Okay. And you're Dulce?
Sí.
Okay, well, let me get your case up here. Can the interpreter hear me?
Yes.
All
Interpreter
right.
number 918.
All right, we have a Spanish-speaking young lady in front of me. I need to have her give me her full name and date of birth.
Muy buenas, le voy a estar interpretando la llamada. ¿Me podría brindar su nombre, apellido y su fecha de nacimiento, por favor?
Dulce Vianey Cruz Aramburu, septiembre 7 del 86.
Dulce Yanei Arambro, September 7, 86.
All right, ma'am, you have been charged by a grand jury indictment with the following offenses. Where am I here? 2 counts of possession of dangerous drugs for sale, Class 2 felonies.
Usted ha sido acusada por el jurado por los siguientes delitos. 2 ocasiones de poseer, drogas peligrosas que son un delito tipo 2.
1 count of illegal control of an enterprise, Class 3 felony.
Un encuentro de control ilícito o ilegal de una compañía, eso es un delito tipo 3.
1 count of money laundering to conceal proceeds, Class 3 felony.
Un encuentro en cuanto a lavado de dinero, eso es un delito tipo 3.
And 1 count of using an electronic communication device to conduct drug transactions, a Class 4 felony.
Y un encuentro de usar un dispositivo electrónico para la comunicación de transacción de drogas, ese es un delito clase 2.
An attorney will be appointed at your next court appearance to represent you.
Un abogado será nombrado y asignado a usted en la próxima visita de la corte para que pueda defenderla.
The amount of the bond that was set and the arrest warrant that was issued is $60,000, and your next court appearance is February 14th at 8:30 in downtown Phoenix. Do you have any questions?
La fianza que se le puso es de $60,000. Su siguiente fecha de corte o cita para la corte va a ser el 14 de febrero a las 8:30 de la mañana en el centro de Phoenix. ¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
Okay. No.
Okay.
Okay. No.
All right. Thank you. Your order's right over there. We don't have any more Spanish speakers, do we?
Nope, that was the only one.
All right. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Excellent job. Huh?
Thank you for calling Lambridge.
All right. Okay. You want to wait?
Yep.
All right. Let me get back to your case.
We're going to have to amend it.
I know.
Okay.
I know that. I can figure that out. All right, we're back on the record with Dameron Spears on the fugitive warrant out of Iowa. Mr. Spears says he'd like to waive extradition.
Yep.
And I will modify the order. Let me ask you again. Has anybody threatened you in any way to get you to waive your extradition rights, or promised you anything that we haven't talked about?
No.
All right. You understand that, if you waive extradition, you'll be held without bond for up to 30 days.
Yeah.
Day one starting tomorrow, and,
February 9th?
huh?
February 9th?
Well, well, tomorrow will be February 8th, I think. We're almost there. Starting tomorrow, and, if they haven't picked you up within the 30-day period, you'll be released by us, but the warrant will still be in place. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And that you're not entitled to have an attorney appointed to represent you, because this is a civil proceeding, and to give you advice, but you can hire your own attorney or talk to anybody that you need to talk to, you think, to discuss these matters, and you don't want to do that at this time, correct? All right. All right. You don't have any questions about anything we're doing?
No, I'm gonna talk to my
All right. I find it's a knowing, intelligent, and voluntary waiver, and I accept your waiver. And let me amend the warrant. He's going to waive. And that's it. We're finished with what we're going to do here. The time will start running tomorrow, and good luck.
Okay, thanks.
So I'll need your signature.
What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's got to sign the waiver. Yeah. I guess. Oh, man, where am I? Oh, Jesus Christ.
One more. You'll get your paperwork.
And my next court date.
There is no court date.
Oh, yes, that's okay.
Signatures.
All right. Whoops, let me look at it here. Let me see. Looks good to me. All right.
Have yours is back.
This world makes me slip off. Oh, yeah, okay, you all through, you guys, okay, I was just waiting for you, all right. Here we go. Philip Mandela, was arrested today, charged with theft of means of transportation, a Class 3 felony, failure to obey a police officer, and obstruction by refusal to give correct name. Those last two are misdemeanors. I'm releasing him on his own recognizance to appear Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, February 21st at 8:30. Christian Brown was charged with, yesterday, criminal damage, a Class 4 felony, Public Defender's Office appointed to represent him. A statement on the release order explains why we are setting a $1 bond and what he must do to comply with what we need to take care of our functions here. Next court date will be February 13th at 8:30. Jeremy Smith. What happened with Jeremy Smith? What am I doing with Jeremy Smith? A grand jury arrest warrant was issued on February 5th with a $5,000 bond. He's been charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of and driving under the influence, a misdemeanor. If the $5,000 bond is set, we can't determine whether that he's entitled to have an attorney appointed yet. Next court date, February 14th at 8:30.
This is the no action one?
Oh, it is?
Yes.
All right.
He timed out.
He talked. I'm glad, thank you. Let me go back and start over again. Let me start over again. All right, edit. Oh, yeah. All right, no action. Let me see. All right. Now, next was Nicholas Carlin, or Carian, 26. He was arrested. Boy, they chose the dates. No, am I still on Jeremy Smith? All right, he was arrested earlier today, charged with resisting arrest, risking physical injury, a Class 6 felony, threatening and intimidating, a misdemeanor, and criminal damage by defacement, a misdemeanor. He's released on his own recognizance to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, February 21st at 8:30. And lastly, Christopher Mott is here because he was arrested and charged today with disorderly conduct by fighting and assault with intent to injure, both misdemeanors. I'm releasing him on his own recognizance to appear in Peoria Municipal Court on February 27th at 9 a.m. All right, that's it, right? I can sign off.
Thank you. Please be seated. This is the 11 p.m. calendar on February 7th, 2025. Orders were given on the first of the month regarding the taking of DNA and fingerprints. Those orders remain in effect today. For those of you who's sitting in the courtroom, what that means for you is this. Not every single one of you has to give your DNA or fingerprints. If you do have to do that, those orders are going to be on your paperwork. My name is Commissioner Beck. I'm here to do a few things for you today. Number one, I'm here to let you know why you're here. Number two, if you might be released. And number three, if you're going to be and if you're going to be appointed counsel. The vast majority of you are going to be appointed counsel, which leads to my number one rule. Please don't talk about the facts of your case. Anything you say or do can be used against you. Everything in this courtroom is video recorded, and so please don't talk about the facts of your case unless it's with your attorney. Second thing, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions for me. Unfortunately, I'm not your attorney. I can't answer legal questions for you, and so please save your legal questions for your attorney as well. Finally, you're going to be hearing lots of different dates and hearing lots of possible different release conditions. You don't have to memorize that stuff. All that information is going to be on your paperwork, but that's why it's important to keep your paperwork and not lose it, because if you miss a court date or if you don't follow a court order, you could end up back here. Here's how tonight's going to work. I'm going to call two names. First name I call is going to come out to the podium in the courtroom. Second name I call is going to sit on the chair next to the door, and then we're going to keep on cycling through until the calendar is finished. Could I please get Brittany Garza to the podium? Isaiah Davis to the chair, please.
How you doing, Honor?
Hi. Can I get your name and date of birth, please?
Brittany Marie Garza, 042804.
Thank you. You are here today on an out-of-county warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney, and your next court date is going to be February 10th. That's down in Pinal County Superior Court. They are asking to hold you non-bondable for a probation violation, so you're going to be in custody until they transport you down there.
Thank you.
All right, please step to your left for your paperwork. Isaiah Davis to the podium, and then please get Ashley to the chair, please. Sir, name and date of birth, please.
Isaiah Davis, March 10th, 1992.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court grand jury warrant. Grand jury has found probable cause to hold you on 1 count of theft of means of transportation, a Class 3 felony, 9 counts of burglary in the 3rd degree, Class 4 felonies. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be February 14th in the downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by the grand jury, it's a $50,000 cash bond. If you're able to bond out, you're going to be on pretrial services release. You're going to be fitted with an electronic ankle monitor. You're not to return to the scenes of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, no contact with your co-defendant, and not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. One, please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Please get Ashley to the podium. Thompson Begay to the chair, please. Hi, ma'am, could you please lower your mask just for this? Thank you. Could I please get your name and date of birth?
Ashley Elizabeth Nemec, September 17th, 1996.
Thank you. You're also here on a grand jury warrant. The grand jury has found probable cause to hold you on 4 counts of taking the identity of another, Class 4 felonies, 9 counts of burglary in the 3rd degree, Class 4 felonies, 4 counts of theft of a credit card, Class 5 felonies, 1 count of burglary in 3rd degree, Class 5 felony. I have probable causes previously found. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be February 14th in the downtown Superior Court, affirming the bond set by the grand jury, $50,000 cash bond. If you are able to bond out, you're going to be on pretrial services release. You're going to be drug tested and monitored. You're going to have an electronic ankle monitor. No return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. No contact with the co-defendant, and not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Can I please get Thompson Begay to the podium? Ryan Markham to the chair, please. Hi, can I please get your name and date of birth?
Thompson Begay, 9678.
Thank you. You are here today on a grand jury warrant. Grand jury has found probable cause to hold you on 2 counts of aggravated DUI, Class 4 felonies. These occurred back in 2021. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is February 14th in the Downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by the grand jury is a $10,000 secured appearance bond. Sir, if you're able to bond out, you are not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Okay.
Thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Okay, please get Ryan Markham to the podium, Juan Garcia to the chair, please. Hi, sir. Name and date of birth, please.
Ryan Markham, 6/29/88.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. Probable cause was previously found for 1 count of possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, 2 counts of aggravated DUI, Class 4 felony, 2 other counts of aggravated DUI for a 3rd DUI, Class 4 felonies, and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. This all occurred back in January of 2024. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are February 13th and February 18th in the Downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by your judge, it's a $1,500 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most importantly, if you bond out, you may not operate any motor vehicle. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Juan Garcia to the podium. Charlene Livingston to the chair, please. Morning. Name and date of birth, please.
Juan Jose Garcia, June 24th, 1989.
Thank you. You're here today on a grand jury warrant. Grand jury has found probable cause to hold you on 1 count of robbery, a Class 4 felony. I have found probable cause. I am assigning you an attorney. You currently already have an attorney, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. So you'll likely be assigned to the same attorney.
Okay.
Your next court date is going to be February 14th in the Downtown Superior Court. Sir, it has been alleged that you committed this offense while you were on felony release for your other offense, because this offense was alleged to have occurred on October 18th of 2024. And so you're going to be held non-bondable on this charge. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Charlene Livingston to the podium. Martin Zamora to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Charlene Livingston, 10/23/1994.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for 1 count of attempted burglary in the 2nd degree, a Class 3 felony, 1 count of possession of burglary tools, a Class 6 felony, 1 count of criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor, 2 counts of criminal trespass, Class 3 misdemeanors. I have found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are February 13th and February 18th in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $1,000. Ma'am, if you're able to bond out, you're going to be in pretrial services release. You're going to be fitted with an electronic ankle monitor. Most importantly, you're not to return to the scene of the crime and to have no contact with the victim whatsoever by any means. And you're cautioned that a violation of a no victim contact order can lead to a Class 6 felony. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of orders of protection that are put out against you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Martin Zamora to the podium. Charles Patterson to the chair, please. Sir, name and date of birth, please.
October 4th, 1991.
Full name, please.
Well, that's what she's done. You came here tomorrow.
Thank you. You're here today on a Justice Court new case. You've been arrested for assault, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be February 12th at the Kyrene Justice Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $750. Sir, if you're able to bond out, you can't go back to the scene of the arrest, no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You have to follow any orders of protection that are put out against you. And I'm not sure whether this applies to you, but you cannot live with the victim, even if you're the owner or renter of the property. And you're cautioned that a violation of a no victim contact order can lead to a Class 6 felony.
Okay, am I gonna stay in jail?
Unless you can pay $750, yes, you're gonna.
For how long?
Your next court date's February 12th, so you can talk to that other judge about if you can change that.
How long is that?
5 days.
I'm gonna stay in jail for 5 days?
Unless you can bond out.
Okay.
All right, and so there's a list of bonding companies back in the facility, so if you want to call them and try to work with them, if they can work with you, then you might be able to bond out.
Okay.
All right, thank you, sir. Please up to your left for your paperwork. Charles Patterson to the podium. Raymond Mahoney to the chair, please. Sir, name and date of birth, please.
Charles Patterson, 02/17/66.
Thank you. You are here on a grand jury warrant. The grand jury has found probable cause to hold you on the following charges: possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony; possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony; and misdemeanor assault, a Class 3 misdemeanor. This all happened back in July of 2024. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be February 14th in the Downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by the grand jury, $750 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the arrest, no contact with any victim, and not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Want to please step to your left for your paperwork, sir?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Raymond Mahoney to the podium. Carla Escarino to the chair, please. Sir, name and date of birth, please.
Raymond Thomas Mahoney, October 3rd, 1993.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be February 13th in the Downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge, it's a $500 secured appearance bond. Sir, if you're able to bond out, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, though, if you bond out, you have to contact your probation officer within 3 days. Thank you. If you want to please step to your left for your paperwork. No, over there, sir. Yeah, he's got your paperwork. Carla Escarino to the podium. Matthew Watson to the chair, please.
Stand right here. Right here. Right here.
Ma'am, could I have your name and date of birth, please?
April 3rd, 1992.
And your name, please?
Carla Madeline Escarino.
Thank you. You're here today on a failure to appear warrant. I'm not assigning you a new attorney.
What was that, sir? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
You didn't show up to court last time.
No, you said an appear to a date. What was that? I didn't know that language.
Failure to appear.
No, what you first said, you'd appear at a date of
No,
appear.
I said failure to appear warrant.
Okay, so this audio and cameras are on there?
All right.
But if I got a lawyer, if I got a lawyer, okay, because I have cancer from him, so I have a camera there though, and it can get a lawyer? Okay.
Ma'am, you're gonna.
Because I know I was offered one, but I don't know that language, and that's not fair.
You're gonna go back. You're gonna go back to your original attorney.
But I get people punch me all day, so that's
All
not
right.
fair. I don't want a lawyer after
you're,
this.
you're gonna go back to your original attorney.
No, I'm sorry, I don't even have an attorney, so.
Your next court date is gonna be February 13th and February 18th in the Downtown Superior Court.
I'm sorry, sir, I don't know.
I'm gonna set a secured appearance bond of $500.
I don't know what you're talking about, I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, because ma'am, I let you out on pretrial services last time.
I honestly just have a warrant. I just came in for a warrant. That's all.
Okay, I know, and I need to let you know what you're in for.
But can you just slow down a little? Someone hit me in my face, and I don't understand, like, how I'm in that much trouble for not going to, what was it? What was the warrant for? Like,
Okay.
was it probation?
Could you stand in front of the microphone first?
I'm not understanding it.
Okay, could you stand in front of the microphone, please?
Jesus Christ, dude. Fuck, man. Why the fuck did you have to touch me like that?
Ma'am? $500 bond.
Sir, where do you mean bond, sir? Ma'am, could you ask him what does he mean by bond? I'm only here for a warrant, sir.
I know.
I'm waiting for a warrant.
I know.
What do you mean a bond?
You
I'm getting released.
No, you're not.
No, I didn't even do anything wrong.
You didn't show up to court.
That was it. No, it wasn't even court. No, okay, sir. It wasn't even court. Can you reread the paper?
Ma'am?
No, sir. It was to go check in for probation.
Could you?
No, sir.
Could you take her back, please?
Sir, no. Okay, sir, it was to check in for probation. Could you recheck it by chance? I'm sorry.
Let's go, come on.
They may have given you the wrong paperwork. No.
Let's go, man.
No, sir, but it's just rechecking for probation.
Ma'am, I'm gonna have to visit you back, I'm gonna have to visit you back in court.
Come on. Let's go this way. This way here. Come on.
Please get Matthew Watson to the podium, Juan Mendez to the chair, please.
Hello, sir.
Sir, name and date of birth, please.
Matthew Watson, March 12th, 1985.
Thank you. You are here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and displaying a false license plate, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause. I'm not assigning you an attorney because I'm not finding you indigent at this time.
Yep.
And so, sir, by your next court date, if you find yourself, if you can't find yourself not being able to afford an attorney, would you please tell the next judge to appoint you one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you understand that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So based upon the interview you had with the person back there,
I can afford my own attorney.
you might be able to, but still, if you find yourself in a situation you can't, just go ahead and ask for one.
Right.
All right. Sir, your next court dates are February 13th and February 18th in the downtown Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond of $500. Sir, if you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. And my understanding is are you on probation?
No, sir. Oh, here.
Okay, that is my mistake. 1 second. Reprint it. So, sir, if you're able to bond out, the only conditions of release, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Yes, sir.
Again, your next court date is going to be February 13th.
And it's, my bond is 500?
500. 500 secured, so if you can't even pay the full 500, you can use a bond company if you want.
Okay, so what if I can pay that 500? I can just pay it and get out right now?
Yes. It'll take about 4 to 5 hours for you to process out.
Roger that. Thank you.
Okay, sir, if you wait to your left, they're going to print out. You're going to get new paperwork over here, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Juan Mendez to the podium. Ashley Rose to the chair, please. Hi, sir. Name and date of birth, please.
Juan Jose Mendez, March 26, 1987.
Thank you. You are here today on a justice court warrant. I am assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be February 12th. That's at the North Mesa Justice Court. Affirming the bond set by that judge, the $100 secured appearance bond. Sir, if you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Want to step to your left for your paperwork, sir? Ashley Rhodes to the podium. Georgina Maya to the chair, please. Hi, name and date of birth, please.
Ashley Rose, 12695.
Thank you. You are here today on a justice court new case. You were arrested for assault, Class 1 misdemeanor, and criminal damage, Class 1 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause. I'm not assigning you an attorney at this time because I'm finding that you're not indigent. By your next court date, if you find that you really can't afford an attorney, would you please tell your next judge to assign you one? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Your next court date is going to be February 12th. That's at the Hassayampa Justice Court. Setting a secured appearance bond of $100. Ma'am, if you are able to bond out, you're to have no contact with the victim, the party who I know he assaulted you too, but you have no contact with him.
Okay.
You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. If there's any orders of protection that are put out against you, you have to abide by those orders. Here's the most important thing. At least until February 12th, you can't live with him. I don't know if you guys are living with each other, but you can't live with each other and you have no contact with one
Not
another.
anymore. I don't want anything to do with the whole family.
So you're cautioned that a violation of a no victim contact order can lead to a Class 6 felony.
Okay.
So
does that mean I can't leave unless I pay the 100?
Correct.
Okay. How do I pay that?
So I mean, there's a desk here that you can pay, but I know you won't have access to like your purse or your credit cards, and so
No.
you might have to call someone.
Okay, that's fine.
And then pay them back.
Okay.
Any other questions for me? And so just to let you know, so this no contact order goes both ways between the two of you.
Right.
He already is under a court order not to contact you anyway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna be in a different situation than you are, but I'm gonna let both of you know, you guys really can't contact each other anymore.
I don't honestly want to ever talk to him again. So,
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
that's fine with me.
All right, please step to your left for your paperwork.
Okay, thank you. Oh, one more question. So do I just call my mom and it's like online or something, or is there a certain way that she pays for me?
I think honestly, the quickest way is just for her to, is she in state, is she in town?
Yes.
Yeah, she can just come down and pay at the desk, I think.
Okay, so in the morning?
Yeah, I mean, this place is open 24 hours, so, yeah.
All right, cool.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Georgina Maya to the podium. Eduardo Esquivias to the chair, please. Hi, name and date of birth, please.
Georgina Rosalie Maya, 11263.
Thank you. You're here today on a municipal court warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is February 11th at the Peoria City Court. I am affirming the bond set by the judge. It's a $50 secured appearance bond. Ma'am, if you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the place where you were arrested initially, no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Your Honor, is there any way by chance I've been here 2 months straight. I've been scheduled to be released to go to a program, Crossroads for Women, on Saturday morning. Tomorrow morning. And the only reason this popped up was because I had no warrants when I initially came. I had a video court with the judge in Peoria, but I was here, so I couldn't. I even did a motion, but it probably hasn't reached them yet, to quash it if they could, and the reason why.
Yeah.
So I'm scheduled to do all that and get out in the morning, and I have my family picking me up already tomorrow morning, and I don't even have $50 to pay it.
Yeah, so unfortunately, ma'am, it's an order from another court, and so I got to stick with it, and so.
Because I know they've OR'd people before, even with the bond that the other courts have set.
No, I understand, but the other situation in this, the note on this one is, I mean, it's pre-adjudication, it's not even a failure to pay, and so they want, and let me check when that date was.
And I'm being released to probation anyway and ready to go to Crossroads for Women. The pastor here at the jail had referred me already. And that's the only reason I couldn't make it, and they didn't know it, they didn't get my motion yet, was because I was in here.
Oh, so ma'am, I've seen you before.
I was here 2 months ago.
So ma'am, I set your release conditions back in December.
Yeah.
I set an $8,000 secured appearance bond.
Yeah, and I did my 2 months now, and I'm ready to be scheduled to go right away, or to report to probation. They gave me 2 months' time, and the only reason this popped up was because I was here, and I got a motion, and they didn't get it on time to let them know I was here, so I couldn't do my video call with the judge in Peoria. That's why I had no warrants when I got here, because
Okay, ma'am, 1 second.
I apologize, sir.
So you were sentenced
on the 14th, I believe.
On January 15th.
Okay, yeah.
To serve 60 days. Release February 8th.
Yes, in the morning.
But you had two things going on. 1 second. So that was on your new case. You also had your probation violation case.
Yeah, and they reinstated my probation. So I'm reporting, they wanted me to report when I got out on the 8th to them. And then I have a referral to go to Crossroads.
One second, ma'am.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah. And then they released you OR on your probation violation. Okay. Reprint, please. Ma'am, everything you said seems to check out. So here's what I'm going to do. So new plan. Okay. Because this is a city court case, given the charges that you're facing, you are not entitled to counsel, so I'm not appointing you counsel at this time. But you can hire your own counsel. Do you understand that?
Okay, yes.
Your next court date now is going to be February 27th at the Peoria City Court. I'm going to be releasing you on your own recognizance.
Thank you, sir.
All those same conditions of release, though, apply. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you so much, I appreciate it.
All right. So if you go ahead and wait to your left, you're going to get brand new paperwork.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Deputy, I have to call one warrant, please.
Number 16, Jacqueline's gonna go ahead and amend it because they forgot to add some charges. We need to be together.
This is for the girl who just...
Are they bringing it back? Are they going to bring it back? Okay. Eduardo Esquivias to the podium, please. Hi, sir. Name and date of birth, please.
Eduardo Esquivias, 01/14/1987.
Thank you. You are here on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I have found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are February 21 and February 25 in the downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to be releasing you today. There's some conditions to your release, okay?
Yes, sir.
You're going to be placed on supervised release with pretrial services.
Okay.
And once you're released, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Okay.
Do you understand these conditions?
So we'll be released today?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Do you understand these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Do you promise to follow these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Do you promise to appear on February 21 and February 25 in the downtown Superior Court?
Yes, sir.
Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you to the supervision of pretrial services. Sir, once you're released, it's your responsibility to call them during normal business hours, okay?
Okay.
If you fail to call them, you could end up back here. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what are your questions?
Oh, no, I was just promising.
Okay, oh, yeah. All right, I thought you had a question.
No.
Okay, please step to your left for your paperwork.
Thank you.
Is Mr. Parker here?
We have... There.
No, is Mr. Parker here? They said they could bring him out? Yeah, actually, so how about this? Could we please clear the courtroom for Mr. Parker?
Yeah, we have to take everyone out. Excuse me, we have to take everyone out in order to bring Parker in. Do you want to see number 16?
Oh, actually, are they bringing over number 16?
Yeah, that's what I just wanted to know, number 16.
Okay.
Bring them back in. Bring them back in? Yeah.
Okay.
We still have the David?
On the record. While we are on the record, I will call my house calls. I will have to see numbers 14, 33, 30, 31, 32, and 21 back at their cell. They pose a risk of harm to themselves or to others. Michael Cremonese, date of birth 3/1/93, is here on a Justice Court new case and his Superior Court probation violation warrant. On his new case, he was arrested for assault, Class 1 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause. I am assigning counsel. His next court date is February 12th at the Hacienda Justice Court. Setting a secured appearance bond of $500. If he posts that bond, not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with the victim, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, must obey any terms or orders of protection, must contact his probation officer within 72 hours, may not reside with any alleged victim or witness. As his probation violation warrant, I am assigning counsel. His next court date is February 13th in the Downtown Superior Court, holding him non-bondable as a violation of his probation. Dawn Thies, date of birth 2/10/1982, is here on a Justice Court warrant and a municipal court new case. On our Justice Court warrant, I'm assigning counsel. Next court date is February 12th at the El Centro Justice Court. Setting a secured appearance, affirming secured appearance bond of $100. Municipal court new case. Arrested for refusal to give a true name, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause. I am assigning counsel. Next court on that is February 13th at the Youngtown City Court. Setting a secured appearance bond of $50. If she's able to bond out, no contact with any witness, not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Raven Young Jaggers on a grand jury warrant. Probable cause was found for possession of narcotic drugs, Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I am assigning counsel. Next court date is February 14th, Downtown Superior Court, going to be held non-bondable at the request of the grand jury. Damian Hyde, date of birth 4/18/2004, here on the municipal court new case. Arrested for 2 counts of assault, Class 1 misdemeanors. I am assigning counsel. I have found probable cause. Next court date is February 12th at the Goodyear City Court. Setting a secured appearance bond of $1,000. If he's able to bond out, not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Must obey any terms of orders of protection, may not reside with the alleged victim. Carla Escareno was unable to follow directions here in the courtroom. I'll be visiting her back at her cell. Here on a failure to appear warrant, I'm not assigning counsel. She'll go back to original counsel. Next court dates are February 13th and February 18th in the Downtown Superior Court, affirming a bond of $500 secured appearance bond. If she's able to bond out, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Finally, Michael Vafides, date of birth 8/21/84, here on a Superior Court arrest warrant. He is in medical, and so I will be having a telephonic conference with him at a later time. Probable cause is previously found for possession of narcotic drugs, Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I am assigning counsel. His next court dates are February 13th and February 18th in the Downtown Superior Court, affirming a secured appearance bond of $1,500. If he's able to bond out, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. If I'm to make any changes to any of these release conditions for these house calls and for the medical call, I will come back on the record to make those changes. Is Mr. Piedra here? Mr. Piedra, our closed custody, is he waiting in that little room back there? Yes, he's in that room. Should we just go ahead and, can we see him now with just you? Yeah. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, I mean, there's no one else in the courtroom, so, okay. Okay, that's fine.
come to the podium there?
Oh, it's that right here. And then, after the judge is gonna ask you some questions, all right?
Okay. Is the victim and the county attorney on the line? Okay. Okay. We are calling the matter of Mr. Trevor Parker.
Yes.
Calling the matter of Mr. Trevor Parker. Sir, could I please have your name and date of birth?
Trevor Parker, 10202.
Thank you. And, counsel for the state, could I please get appearances?
Good evening, Your Honor. Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state.
Okay, and I understand that the victim in this case is also on the line. Could you please say your name?
My name is Kevin Parker, Trevor's father.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Parker, you're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony.
Yes.
I have found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are going to be February 13th and February 18th in the downtown Superior Court. And before I set your release conditions, there's something I have to read. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under the Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present in court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling, and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Parker, before I set my release conditions, we're going to hear from the prosecutor first, okay? Ms. Stetson, would you like to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. The state did read the victim's impact statement that the victim wrote. However, the state does have concerns about the alleged suspect being released and returning to the victim's home, Your Honor. The allegations are that the suspect allegedly told the victim that he was going to cut him and kill him while he had a knife in his hand, Your Honor. There are obvious concerns related to that. This is a domestic violence. There are domestic violence allegations in this case. So, the state is requesting a bond, Your Honor. However, if Your Honor is not so inclined to set a bond, the state would be asking at minimum that pretrial services be ordered, the electronic monitoring be ordered. However, Your Honor, based on the fact that this case, the state does have concerns about just releasing the suspect. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Can I speak?
Yes, I was going to ask you. So, the elder Parker, Mr. Parker, would you did you have something to say?
Yes, I do. Your Honor, this was really, it was a strange situation. Trevor is a great son. I love him very much. This was a misunderstanding. I understand you have the hoops you got to jump through. Trevor's mother is in Illinois. Trevor doesn't have anybody else other than me. We get along very well. It's just Trevor has some stressors. I don't know if the district attorney read my impact. Trevor has some stability problems in that. He is being cared for with medication and other things. And as a matter of fact, we can go see the doctor Monday if that's a requirement. Trevor is under the care of the doctor. Trevor lives with me. He lives with our animals. We don't have a problem. This just hit ahead last night. I am not, and I have told every doctor, I am not afraid. Trevor will not proceed with anything. I know that in my heart. I'm not worried about it. I need Trevor released here so he can have a stable surrounding right now. No monitors needed. Trevor has no means of transportation unless it's me. Trevor literally does not drive. Trevor literally, because of the medication he's on, sleeps quite a bit, sir. I can have his psychiatrist call or contact the court and back my findings, and he's been with her for a couple of years now. I I just need him. He's got to be here with me so that we can remedy the situation. I promise you nothing will ever happen again to this extent. I can tell you right now. I could see it in Trevor's eyes. I've been worried all day. I know he's been worried. Trevor is my son. I love him. I will not let anything happen to him, and he will not do anything to me. I guarantee that.
I'm going to speak then?
Not yet.
At all? Okay.
Actually, oh, yeah, so, Mr. Trevor Parker, so you heard the prosecutor, right? And you heard from your dad.
Yes.
So without talking about the facts of the case, because you shouldn't talk about the facts of your case, do you have something to say about where you should go tonight after this?
I'm sorry, I'm confused. What do you mean by that phrasing, sir?
Okay, so...
Phrasing, sorry, what do you mean by that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I get it. So, sir, you shouldn't talk about the facts of the case. You shouldn't talk about the facts of what happened, what got you arrested, because you don't have an attorney here with you right now. But did you hear the prosecutor?
Yeah.
Did
Do I
you hear
get an
her talk?
attorney at all or no? Do I get one or no?
You will, yeah. I already assigned you one. You're going to get one later. But so you heard both your dad and you heard the prosecutor?
You guys a favor though.
Sure.
I want to make sure, because they said it says every prison. Make sure my dad doesn't hear this. I know my dad hears. If everyone in prison got a death penalty, so I don't worry about getting killed in prison by other people. It'd be easier to get the death penalty so I don't killed by other inmates, because I won't make it in a prison. They'll kill me, so they put the death instead of getting killed in prison. Makes sense. I'd rather not get killed in prison because those people are crazy, and I'm not crazy. I don't belong there. So I'm saying, want to put me in prison. I'd rather get a death sentence so I don't get killed in prison.
Sir, no one here. Yeah, sir, no one here is talking about it. Hey, I'm sorry, Miss. May I call you by your first name, Mr. Parker? Yeah, may I call you by your first name just to keep it straight?
Kevin is fine, sir. Kevin is fine.
Yeah, I apologize, Kevin. So actually, could I speak with your son first before? And I apologize because you're appearing virtually. I would ask you, could you please not speak unless I ask you to, please?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, not a problem. Okay, so Trevor. So no one here is talking about the death penalty, and no one here is talking about prison now, okay? So I don't want you to worry about that.
That doesn't mean it'll happen, though. It can still happen. That's the problem.
So, yeah, and we don't know what's going to happen down the road, so I don't want you to worry about that right now. So right now, the only thing that your family and the prosecutor and I are concerned about is where's the best place to put you now, okay? Kevin, I have a couple questions for you, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Truly, does Trevor have a case manager, an active case manager?
As far as, well, he has his psychiatrist he sees, and we see his family doctor. Case manager as far as what, sir?
In terms of who actively manages his mental health and visits him on a regular basis?
That was not one of the premonitions, or I'm sorry, that was not one of the procedures that this doctor, she has virtual, Zoom meetings, usually once a month, and we're going back, I think in April, he said that in person. She's in contact with him quite often. He can call her anytime as well. This was a misunderstanding. It shouldn't have gone this far, and I explained that to the officer last night, and as you can see in Trevor's response right there, like I said, Trevor worries about a little bit too much sometimes. This isn't a death sentence, and this is probably not going to be a big deal. Nothing happened, no damage, no loss, no harm, no foul, nobody. Trevor will be fine in my care, I guarantee it. I work 5 days a week. Trevor takes care of the animals. Trevor has a cell phone. Trevor has all the liberties he wants with here. He's better off here than anywhere else, and right now there's nowhere else he can go, and I don't want him in jail.
And so that was my follow-up question, because in situations like this, I typically would prefer to put people in the custody of a third party, but are you avowing to me that there is no other person that Trevor can go to here in Maricopa County?
Not at the moment, sir. The only thing he could do is my sister in regular Maricopa, but she's in Costa Rica until a week and a half now. She just went on vacation, so no. His mother is in Chicago. His sister, his half-sister, is in Illinois. My one other sister's in North Carolina. My mother's passed away. Trust me, I mean, this is I don't know, I'm not going to stress it enough because Trevor and I have had arguments and yelling situations before. Last night, for some reason, I think he called this, whatever the helpline was, and they referred him to the police. And that's what it came in. Honestly, sir, I was laying down getting ready for bed, and Trevor was doing something, and it went to a head. It shouldn't have, and it won't ever again. We are going to sit down and we're going to do some counseling and some other things. This is going to be nipped in the bud right now. Trevor's never been arrested or anything for any of this stuff. So, I mean, it's a situation that this is the first time. And, I mean, unfortunately, it hit the extreme last night, but that'll be the very last time it ever hits that extreme.
So I'll be addressing Kevin now. So, sir, here's the bind that I placed myself in. This isn't the first situation of this kind that's come before me, and as much as I would, because it's just you and him, and he has no other place to go, and unfortunately, it sounds like your sister is out of town, which I would have preferred to place him with her. And you can tell me until the cows come home that this will never happen again. Let's be honest, between the two of us, there's no guarantees. There's never any guarantees. And again, at this point, what these are, because your son is presumed innocent, these are just allegations. But in terms of the police report the report from the police that came to me, that allows me to find probable cause, that this little altercation that you had was a little concerning, knowing that he didn't advance upon you, but you still felt the need to at least protect yourself minimally by picking up your firearm.
Well, I had a cane in my hand, so it's okay. That's the bottom line. Do we have something that we can do where somebody could come by daily and check on him? I mean,
So
is
no.
that court appointed?
No, unfortunately not. That's the thing. So unfortunately, with the system that we have, it's kind of an all or nothing system. Because even under pretrial services, he doesn't report to anyone, and no one reports to him. They just provide services for him. And so it's either.
Can I make a suggestion then that we talk to his psychiatrist on Monday? Let me have him the weekend. We'll talk to psychiatrist and see if she can do something in a placement if she needs to or whatever.
No, and that's the other, no. Unfortunately, we can't set dates like that just to bring them back and forth like this. That's the other issue.
What do you need, sir? I'm willing to do whatever I need. This has to be taken care of now because Trevor, I'm not leaving him out there anywhere. I'm not. I can't.
Sir, I understand. I understand how much you love your son and how much you want to take care of him and protect him. I get that. And I am weighing that and your guarantees, knowing that you've had a longer history with him than I have, against the worst case scenario of what could have been.
And it did. And honestly, by the time the officers showed up, everything was calmed down. So it was kind of an unnecessary situation. Trevor gets into a sensory spot, and we know that he's on some bipolar and he's on the autism spectrum and some other things, and he gets into the sensory overload. He kind of loses it, makes a threat or yells and says things, and then all of a sudden it's done. And then we sit down and we talk.
All right. Okay, thank you,
sir. It's the first time it's happened, sir, with that where we start yelling.
After hearing from counsel for the state, after hearing from the defendant himself and from the victim in this matter, and in reviewing the record, I'll be making the following orders. Sir, your next court dates are now going to be February 21 and February 25th in the Downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to be releasing you to the supervision of pretrial services. You're going to be fitted with an electronic ankle monitor. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Can I speak on a question? Okay. I'm sorry. I just don't know the rules.
Can I ask you one question, sir?
1 second. Counsel for the state, do you have anything to add or any further suggestions to the release conditions as I've currently ordered them?
Again, Your Honor, the concern from the state is the allegations themselves. There was a weapon allegedly in the suspect's hand at the time that he made the statements about cutting and killing the victim. Your Honor, the state is very much aware of the suspect's diagnosis. That's why the recommendation was what it was. The state would have made a recommendation much higher. However, the state did take that into consideration. The state obviously have concerns about allowing the suspect to return to the victim's home, given that this is a domestic violence situation. The state does understand this isn't a typical, I don't want to say typical domestic violence situation. However, there were threats made. There was a weapon in the suspect's hand when the threats were made, Your Honor. And the state would really object to the suspect going home to the victim's house. If there were any other options, the state would be open to that, but there are obvious concerns. So, Your Honor, I don't know of any other options of how we could facilitate the suspect being released and him not returning to the victim's home until at least the next hearing.
Trevor, do you have any questions for me?
So wait, what you said earlier, like I can't say my part of the story at all?
No, you'll be released and you'll be able to go back home. Do you have any questions for me?
No, I was asking questions. I can't say my side story at all when I see you, sir. At all.
You can't what?
I can't say my side story at all whenever I see you. If I see you again, I can't say my side at all by myself.
No, not by yourself. You should say that. You should talk through your attorney. Should say those things. Okay.
So I have a question. I thought you registered the first dates for the 13th and 18th.
Yeah. So I changed it. So now it's the 21st and 25th. Do you promise to appear on those days? And
yes, I do.
Kevin Parker, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to remove every single weapon and knife out of your home?
Yes, I am, sir. I can lock them up. I can get them out of here. I can give them to a friend.
All right. You're going to have to do that if he's going to go home.
I will do that, sir. You have my word on that.
Your Honor, if I may, the weapon in question in this case was a kitchen knife, so I don't know if Your Honor is ordering that all kitchen knives be removed as well.
I'll do that. I don't care.
Yeah. So, Ms. Stetson, unfortunately, so here's the thing. I can't order the victim in this case to do anything. This is something I have to ask him to do, but I am asking him to get rid of his own firearm and, yes, every single knife in the home.
And the state understands that,
Your Honor. That's 100% doable.
Mr. Kevin Parker, do you have any final questions for me?
No, I just would like to come pick Trevor up and get this healing started because we are going to make some real serious commitments to counseling.
Okay, so Mr. Kevin Parker, after Trevor is processed, it'll take about 4 to 5 hours for him to be released, so just know that, sir.
Oh, crap. And is this an RO? Or OR?
No, he's going to be on supervised release, and so Mr. Kevin Parker and Trevor, this is just as much for both of you. It's your responsibility to contact pretrial services once you're released, okay? During normal business hours. If you don't contact pretrial services upon your release, you could end up back here.
I don't know what that is, sir.
Okay, Mr. Kevin Parker, do you understand what I just said?
I do, sir. Is there information on the release sheet so I can do that?
Yes, the pretrial services
That's all I
information
need.
will be on. Okay.
That's all I need, sir.
Thank you. Ms. Stetson, I understand your concerns. The bench shares them. This is a unique situation, but thank you for appearing, Ms. Stetson.
Yes, Your Honor, the state does understand. Thank you, Your Honor.
And Mr. Kevin Parker, any final questions?
First off, is there a bond out?
No bond. He will be released.
Okay, I appreciate that very much. Thank you. And how long you say?
It'll take about 4 to 5 hours.
And this
Actually,
is
Your
at
Honor, it'll
20.
take longer, I think, because you ordered electronic monitoring, didn't you?
Oh, that's true. Thank you, Ms. Stetson. So actually, the electronic monitoring ankle monitor will probably put on during normal business hours. So just know that, Mr. Kevin Parker, it could take a bit before he's released. Okay.
How will I know, sir?
You may just have to come down and wait.
And what time? Oh, tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow being Saturday. Is that a normal business hour?
There is for pretrial services.
And what time is that, sir?
I've been informed that the ankle monitors are put on around 10 a.m. So that's the absolute earliest. So I would give it some time after that.
Really? And I get to come down there?
You would have to come down and pick them up.
The release place, right?
Correct.
The 2670 28th or whatever?
Yes, sir.
And I just come in and tell I need Trevor Parker then, right?
Correct.
Okay.
All right. Thank
Trevor,
you, sir.
you hold tight. I'll get you, buddy. I'm sorry for
all
all
right,
this, Trevor. I really.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kevin Parker. I'm sorry. You at this time you can't speak to Trevor. Okay. I apologize.
I'm sorry.
Okay. No, not a problem.
Sure.
Trevor, go ahead. Well,
Your Honor,
one last question. Yeah.
How do ankle? Do I have to, if I take a shower, do I have to take it off? Is it waterproof? I know how they work.
It is waterproof. You just have to get it charged up. Okay.
Do they come with batteries? Do we get the batteries? No.
Yeah, there's batteries. No, it's like rechargeable.
Yeah, but we give them to my father, right? You give them to my father.
Yeah. It'll be on you, but your dad will help you. Okay.
And then I'm just supposed to have it until we see you guys.
You're gonna have it on until a judge takes it off. Okay.
So that'll be when next time I see you specifically, or no?
No, it won't be me. It'll be someone else. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. That adjourns this matter. Thank you all.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, I do believe this is the last case.
Yeah. Thank you, Ms. Stetson. Thank you for appearing.
No problem. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Piedra?
No, that's David.
Is that Rocky?
This is Mr. Davis here.
Oh, okay. Mr. Davis? Sir, sorry to bring you back. So there was a mistake on your paperwork in terms of the charges. And so I'm just going to reread the stuff that I read for you before with the new charges, okay? And so you're here on a grand jury warrant. Grand jury has found probable cause to hold you on 1 count of theft, means of transportation, a class 3 felony, 14 counts of burglary in the 3rd degree, class 4 felony. I think that was the big change. Nothing else changes. I'm assigning you counsel. Your next court date is February 14th. Same cash bond, $50,000 cash bond, with all the other conditions of release if you're able to bond out. So the only thing that's changed are the charges. There was a mistake in putting them in the system. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
All right, thank you. Did we put on new paperwork for him?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You're gonna get new paperwork, sir.
Okay.
And then, if we could please clear the courtroom for Mr. Piedra.
Commissioner, I believe you have to resign now.
Who's the one? He wants the one in the fire, but that's not the person. So Okay, now I'm gonna get, the air for you.
Yes, please. Is for jail trying to call me?
Anyone trying to join?
It says iPad jail is trying to call me.
Oh, that's for the meeting. So, yeah, well, I'll tell,
Was it ready for you?
those for the LWJ one.
Yeah. Sir, could I please have your name and date of birth?
Rocky Piedra, 9986.
Thank you. You're here today on two separate matters, a probation violation warrant and a Superior Court grand jury warrant. Let me talk about the grand jury warrant first.
Yes, Your Honor.
The grand jury has found probable cause to hold you on one count of luring a minor for sexual exploitation, a Class 3 felony. I am assigning you counsel. Your next court date is going to be February 14th in the Downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by the grand jury, $150,000 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're going to be in pretrial services release with an electronic ankle monitor, not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, no contact with any minors. You're prohibited from accessing the internet through any electronic means, and you must contact your probation officer within 3 days. And then as to your probation violation warrant, I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is February 13th on that one. Affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge, it's a $750 secured appearance bond. Same conditions of release. Most important one, if you're able to bond out, you have to contact your probation officer within 3 days.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
May I say something, Your Honor?
Sure. If you have a question for me.
The pretrial services said it was $25,000 is what they said when they interviewed me for a pretrial right now. The grand jury, they said that's what they had in the computer at $25,000.
Nope, $150,000.
And I mean, can I make a short statement?
About if it's about the facts of the case, I need to warn you that everything is video recorded and that anything you say or do can be used against you. So I advise you not to talk about the facts of the case.
Yes, Your Honor. It's not that.
Sure. And the one thing I need to tell you too is when it comes to grand jury warrants, I can't touch them. Whatever the grand jury orders, I have to follow. So unless you have something to say about that.
I mean, I didn't know that this was out or whatever, and I mean, I just go to work, I go to church, I go help feed the homeless, and I mean, I've been taking the steps to start my own business, and you know what I mean, and I know, like you said, you can't touch it, you got to follow what they say, and I'm not trying to sell a sob story, but, you know, I know you can't do anything, but I would just like to leave on the note, like, all I need is a chance in life, and I've never gotten one, and I would just like to leave it at that.
Understood, sir. So unfortunately, everything that you know about this case is everything that I know, because all I see is the warrant and the charges and how much the bond is.
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
so speak to your attorney about how to fight that case, and your next court date is going to be your probation violation. That's going to be in February 13th, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. If you want to step to your left for your paperwork. This now concludes the 11 p.m. calendar.